Welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the world champion, Christopher Duarte. We got the world champion, multi-champion, Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane the Human Turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. I got one of the best of all time, the Slayer, Patrick Price, a.k.a. Eggs, another multiple champion, world champion to the scene, COD legend. And then, of course, the executive producer, the one and only, Benjay, Nassim. Gentlemen, how we feeling, man? How's everybody doing? It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. I'm hyped up for this, man. How you guys been, man?
On the FIFA grind, honestly, since Friday.
Bro, you are ass. You're terrible.
Okay.
We are.
You're terrible.
35 seconds in.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
That's longer than we usually last.
I gotta hop into pro close with you, Ben. I actually was playing it for like 4 hours the other night. We didn't lose, Ben. We actually did not lose for 4 hours.
For like 3 hours.
We didn't. Yeah. We were tippable. It was definitely tippable.
Yeah.
We were doing our thing out there. But yeah, I saw you playing FIFA. Any golf, Ben? Any golf or what?
Played some golf. I actually have 2 golf streams this weekend. One tomorrow at like 12:30, and then one like 8 on Sunday, so we get done before football. So getting those in before I leave for COD Next on Tuesday. I'm trying to get some rounds in.
That's right.
When I get back, it's gonna be like shit, though. It's gonna be like in the 50s. Like the hot weather is the last week of it, bro.
Would you say that summer is over, Ben?
Yeah, summer is definitely over.
Pat, on to you. Where is X Defiant?
Yeah, where is X Defiant, bro?
Well, technically, Sam, just so you know, summer does not end until September 23rd.
Okay.
It's a 29th.
It is the 29th.
It's a 29th.
I know. I'm just saying. So we're on the same page because there seems to be a lot of misinformation about when summer.
No,
ends.
we were sold a lie when we were kids,
so
bro.
we're
we were sold
redirecting my question of where the game
if
is.
you type into Google and type in like when does summer end, it's September
So you're,
23rd.
I know.
So
like
you're
I'm saying,
now
we're
gaslighting
sold
the
a
people
lie.
that were talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
where's the
I just
game?
wanted to make sure you understood. And as far as where the game is, Mark Rubin actually put out a phenomenal blog.
Bro, does his mic sound crazy?
Nah, this
Yeah,
guy,
Pat,
see, like your mic is bullshit right
Yo, he
now.
turned into
Your
an
mic was
alien.
trying to cut you off.
Yo, he turned into an alien.
You good,
Pat.
bro? You good, Pat? Nope, don't worry about it. That's all I need to know.
Really? It's messed up.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a fishbowl or some shit. You know what I mean?
I haven't changed the setup.
Yo,
yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. It sounds terrible.
Leave TeamSpeak and rejoin.
Yeah, try that. Yeah.
But I think what he was referencing was there was a Mark Rubin post on Twitter, and Mark Rubin's talked a little bit about kind of how these things work, sort of where they're at, kind of in the process. Yeah, you're good now.
No, you're good again.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't.
Nope, you're shocked.
No, you're still terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't do anything. You just said I was good.
Yeah, you were good for 1 second.
Yeah, your shit actually does sound kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds
sound like a robot.
robotic.
Yeah, you
Try
sound like a robot,
restarting whatever your mixer is that your mic's plugged into.
You go XLR or something. Try restarting your.
I'm plugging back in. Anyway, while Pat does that, like he was talking about the Mark Rubin tweet about the whole process, and Mark Rubin's talked about like where they're at in development process and like the release dates and all that. Obviously, I think we'd all would love to have seen it in the summer, but it looks like it's coming out soonish, and obviously it's a very busy period. I think Pat, when he's done on meeting, we'll talk more essentially about other plans. But
yeah, we'll let Pat try and figure out his mic. But
how's it sound now?
Oh, you sound good now.
Oh,
You sound
great.
good.
Crispy.
Okay, yeah, good.
What happened, Pat? What happened?
Yeah, no. So I was saying, Mark Rubin put out a blog post that kind of went in depth about where we're at in the process and kind of like what we're targeting now. You know, I something I would want to say is I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, X Defiant missed the window," but like, I mean, in reality, like you got to understand the type of game that we're releasing here. It's not a $70 cash grab one-time drop and then with minor DLC to fill out 1 year, right? This is a multi-year thing. It's a live service game where the game is literally going to be better season after season, and not only that, like there's so much content in our release pipeline that's like, I mean, I could obviously can't tell you, but like there's so much good stuff coming to X Defiant. So
how many subs to league?
How
many subs to league right now?
Well, I'm not a streamer, Ben, so I guess 0. But
damn, I tried.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited, for when we get there and what's to come, because I think there's a ton of things that people are gonna really enjoy. But as far as we just had a public test yesterday.
Yeah, we fucking did it.
Which was we were testing out our public test server system, right? So if you're familiar with MMOs, Rust is one game that I know does this quite a bit. They call it like the staging branch, where you basically jump on a different branch of the game and test out new content before it hits the live environment. That's something Call of Duty's never done. I think they probably
like
should have if
LTM
we
and
look back.
WoW, right?
Yeah,
PTB.
yeah.
PTR.
Yeah,
PTR,
so I
PTB.
mean, when you think about like you know, the opportunities that'll provide us to test new content as we go season by season, I'm personally I'm really excited for that because that means a lot for us, you know, especially when you think about like where XDefiant can go competitively but also casually as well. So you know, I think there's a lot of good stuff coming. So obviously I can't say much, but for when we do launch, I think people are gonna be excited.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like,
Sam, you've been fucking on that grind too. I seen you.
dude, I
You just
played
did
it
a
for
24
6
hour.
straight hours.
That's insane.
XDefiant, and then I played. Yeah, I had the 24-hour stream yesterday. I only slept for 3 hours. I'm actually incoherent. My brain is mush right now.
Well,
we're
appreciate you
here.
hopping on the show with no
We do the
sleep,
damn
bro.
thing.
Oh, you haven't
ruined
even
for that.
slept?
Nah, I
Yes.
slept like literally 2 hours
Oh,
from
Damn.
11
it's
this morning.
worse.
Yeah, we're here though. Nah, but like completely random. So I know that game is. It felt so good. If you guys didn't play it in chat at all, there's like the free to play thing for 6 hours yesterday. If I streamed it for all 6, and it felt like one. Like it passed so easily the entire time.
That's fucking
I was
well.
getting
Hey,
inside dev classes from Pat and chat.
So when are you getting a check from Pat? Is it in the mail already or no?
I hope so. Should brand ambassador over here.
And then Chris, how you been, Chris? You been good, brother?
Yeah, I've been good. I mean, you've asked me the same question every show for the last couple over the off season. I don't think I've changed my answer. I've just been grinding ranked.
Same
nothing
shit,
else
different
to
day,
do.
huh? Same shit, different day.
Different day, baby.
Chris
Same
Yes,
live
shit,
sir,
at 4
man.
different day.
a.m. with trim grinding.
Yeah, I'll be live 4 a.m. baby. You know the vibes.
You know I
Are
gotta
you
ask how
playing
you're
on
doing, man.
I just started. I think I'm gonna try it for number 1 this season. So I'm trying to like grind console.
Jesus.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Number 1 is crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
I seen Havoc is on that grind right now too. That's what he's doing.
I should have
he-
got number
he
1
was
in the
on
first
1.
season, but I got past this by scumming because I had to travel for events. All your guys' fault. Like, come
Damn.
on.
What?
I'm kidding. It's a joke, but yeah.
Well, listen, let's get this shit started, man. We got a few topics to talk about. One of them being the Brian Saintt stuff. We'll get to that. We can even talk about some of the Black Ops 2 shit that just happened. The Black Ops 2 event was actually fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun at the Black Ops 2 event. A little bit of the adapters were a little weird, but it caused like a lot of delay that people didn't really expect. But I mean, we were there for a good cause. Hitch did a great job, man. I feel we gotta give a huge shout out to Davis, man, to Hitch, bro. He was working really hard to make that event possible, and there was a lot of moving pieces, bro. They were playing so much different shit. I even see Pred in the chat right now, AG. We had a lot of fun, man. We had a good time over there. Pat.
It was a massive turnout. I didn't expect there to be so
Massive
many people
turnout.
there. I feel like every year Hitch has leveled up that event. Like, I mean, it's been 4 years now, I think, in a row.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's the second.
The third.
year.
No, I thought it was third.
The third, but the
Yeah,
second
that's
time.
it.
It's either
Second,
the 4th, the 2nd, or the
third,
3rd.
but I
Wait.
think the second time with fans they've done it. 'Cause I
Yeah,
think the
but
first
we
year there was
did
no
it-
fans. Second year there were fans.
Are you sure it was? I thought it was 4, bro. I've been to like so many Black Ops 2 throwbacks.
They might have done. It might be 4
'Cause
because
one
they
was
did a
no
show
fans.
match.
But
Yeah.
one was when
There's a
the
COVID shit.
when that drink control was coming out, and
Yeah.
like they were there at that event. I remember that, but there was no fans there because it was like I think it was around COVID time. But yeah, I mean he's leveled up that event every time. And yeah, I think it was funny too, right? Because a lot of the like I don't know if it was the mouse and keyboard community or what, but like they were taking clips from that tournament, like, oh, I see, like even pro players can't aim on Xbox
yeah.
or
Talking
the
about
old
that
CODs.
viral tweet that
Yeah,
went
and
crazy,
it's
right?
like,
Yeah.
I mean, bro, we were playing with
went
these
crazy.
adapters on an Xbox 360 on PS4 controllers, which is probably the equivalent of having like 30, 40 dead zone, right? Like it's so yeah, it's always funny. I mean, like when you go back to 2013, like everybody there who at least played Black Ops 2 was like
Was
the best in
beaming.
the world at that game. Yeah. And so that was funny, but I think I'm not sure if they're gonna do Black Ops 2 again, next year when they have the event again next year. But I will say because we've done this every year and it's no fault to Hitch or anything, but I would love if we could get Scuff or Battle Beaver to like sponsor the tournament and make 8 or 16 Xbox 360 controllers that have the buttons or the paddles, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then we also update the game because we're playing Black Ops 2, but now at least since like I think the old servers are back live on Xbox 360 for the old CODs, we should be able to plug into the internet and just download the current updates because we're playing Black Ops 2, we're playing day one patch or not even day one patch, right? Like there was a lot of stuff that happened. So like spawns were a little fluky and stuff like that. So I think you know, if we're gonna do Black Ops 2 again, I'd really like if we get like the full Black Ops 2 experience where the game was at its like primo state.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I had a blast. I got costed. I still need to talk to Krim, Clay, and John because I don't know where their hands went that weekend. You know, if you guys remember Black Ops 2, like as a sub, if your ARs are dropping .7s, like you're usually getting cooked. But I was having my way. I know AG's in the chat. I was gunning him. He actually came up to me and was like, "Bro, you turned on me in kitchen." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah, my bad, AG.
Overall, I had a blast. It was a good tournament, and then I'd absolutely participate in every single one of those.
Yeah, I think even with the delay aside, bro, Black Ops 2 is just such an incredible game. It's just an awesome game. Even when bullets aren't regging and you're on like a 10 millisecond response delay, I didn't even care. I was still having fun. At least everything made sense. You knew where people were spawning and where people were coming from.
The only downside is like we realized this after the first series we played. But like anchoring doesn't work because anchoring didn't work until after the day 1 patch. Like Clay was sitting in the back, like thinking he was holding one of the rotations, and we all died, spawned nowhere near him. We're like, fuck.
Yeah, the anchoring wasn't working because it was pre-patch, right? So the anchoring didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a little wonky at first, but I mean, I had a great time. Huge shout out to Davis again. I think they raised over $200,000 for men's mental health, man. So that
12.
212 or something around there. So shout out to Davis, man. What a legend, bro. What an absolute legend. Hopefully we'll do it again sometime.
I think Pat, just one more add-on. I got it. This is even free for Scuff, bro. Because you know what they can do? They can make those controllers. Y'all sign them. There's a blind auction, and whoever wins gets the controller. Money goes to charity. So you get the Movember hook in. It's for a good cause, and those companies get to sponsor it. Bada bing, bada boom.
Great idea. Phenomenal idea, man. Phenomenal.
The only downside is then we'd have to get 16 more the following year.
That's fine. Then they get auctioned off.
There's only 100 left on planet Earth, Ben. You gotta be careful.
Right. They'll find more, you know. Just in a warehouse in China somewhere.
Next on the list, COD Next. Ben, you will be taking my spot at COD Next.
Yeah.
I was gonna go. My brother's getting married. We got a little bachelor party thing going on during that week, so I will be live watching it. I'll be zoom zoning it. I'll pull up a bunch of different POVs and stuff. Ben, I will definitely have your POV up.
I love that.
So we're excited, man. I mean, I'll just ask Sam, Pat, and Chris, what do you guys think Ben's final KD is gonna be coming out of that COD Next event?
You know what? I'm gonna give Ben a 1.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I'm gonna give Ben a 1.
A 1 is pretty good. I was gonna say like maybe like a 0.45.
I'm giving Ben a 1.
You know what I mean?
At least Sam believes in me. Tom fucking doesn't. That's tough.
Listen,
Nah,
it's
I
dynamic
believe you.
out
I
there.
believe you.
Ben, you can sit in a corner with
You're
dynamic
good,
aim
brother.
assist.
You'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine.
We're good. We're good. We've been shooting bots. I got a new Battle Beaver that came this week, so shout out Battle Beaver for that one.
Hey, let's get it.
And I'm excited. I leave on Tuesday. I think if you stay tuned to my feeds and socials, I'll be rolling out some stuff throughout the week, just as we can kind of start talking about stuff. But
have they announced what you're playing? Is that public? Like last year, it was like Warzone.
Yeah, it was
mostly,
Warzone.
right? Yeah.
No, they did both.
Well, last
They
year
did,
was
they did both, but
everything.
Warzone was like the majority of it.
Yeah, last year was everything. So, what I can say is there'll be a variety of stuff there. So I think it's worth tuning in if you're a fan of like the intellectual property, whatever form of Call of Duty you play. I think there's a little bit for everyone. So I'm excited to go and check that out. And I think there are a few other CDL creators going. I know I've been talking to Celium a bit. I think some other people in the scene are going. Obviously, we'll be hanging out some of our sister show. The Pulse Check, those guys will be going out there. So I'm super excited to go out to LA.
How many creators are going?
A lot.
A decent amount. And you know what they do is it's a lot of like we had a meeting this week. It's a pretty global set of creators that they invite. So I'm excited to meet people. They're not just like North American creators, but are also from like other parts of the world that maybe do other audiences and kind of hear their stories. I think it's kind of cool. So excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I was obviously at COD Next last year, but yeah, it sucks that I can't be there this year. But nonetheless, I'm just excited to see MW3 gameplay. We have the beta coming out. It's coming out on console first. I actually brought my PS5 with me. I'm traveling with a PS5 right now just because I wanted to play the beta. I'm excited for the beta. What is something that you guys are most excited about with the beta? And will you guys be playing it? Will you guys be playing the console beta? I'll definitely be playing. I'll be grinding at all times.
I will definitely be playing.
I think Chris, you have console, right? You have PS5, so
Yeah.
me and you can squad up together. But
Hell yeah.
I'm just ready for red dots, bro. I'm so tired of no red dots and rank play. Because if you don't play with a party and nobody's calming, and you're kind of, you don't know where anybody is, you can't tell. So it's it's the most infuriating thing.
I think what's going to make or break the game, we know the maps that are coming. No one's going to be surprised. We know the guns. We're obviously going to get all the Modern Warfare 2 guns and Modern Warfare 3 guns.
Are you getting that in the beta though?
I don't think the MW2 guns will be in the beta.
No,
I don't think they will. That will ruin
that
it,
might
right?
ruin it. Yeah.
So what's going to make or break the game, at least in the beta perspective that I'm going to be looking out for, is the perks. The whole like system with like the gloves and the chest armor and the boots and stuff like that. I'm curious to see how footsteps are going to sound. I know for a fact like there's a way to get sound EQ on like a console, like the way you route your audio through your PC. So I'm going to like test it, and I want to know, like I want to immediately just know, like that's the first thing I'm going to check. Can I hear footsteps through Ninja? Because I can't. I don't know if I could do another year of being able to soundboard people through dead silence.
Oh, that's some fucking 400 IQ shit of Chris, bro. I love it.
I'm testing it immediately.
This guy's
I can't believe he
rerouting
just said
his
that.
audio to PS5 to get sound EQ.
Everyone does it. Colt
There-
does it. I'm
So
sure.
you
I'm sure Gunnels
put
does
it
it.
like
That's some weird
through a
shit.
mixer, so you can
You
like
put it through a mixer. You listen to the capture card, and then like the device that you're using
Y'all
to
be
listen.
doing
Y'all
y'all
can't just put on a headset?
Sound whore?
Y'all can't just put on a
Damn.
headset and shoot your
Get
fucking
your
guns.
gunny
It's
up,
fucking
man.
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that shit's
Sit on a
crazy,
heady,
man.
play
Bro,
off me. Damn.
You guys are talking.
What
like
happened
you
to
play the
COD,
game
bro?
against
What
people that
happened to
are-
COD?
You guys are acting like you play the
Damn.
game. Like you don't play the game. You don't know.
I
what it's
play it
like
every
to be-
day.
Bro,
I get
yeah,
sound
I was
horde.
playing rank
And I rage.
3 weeks ago.
And that's why Tom is getting slammed in rank play.
I'm
Let's
not
go.
getting
shit.
slammed.
Oh shit.
What
I'm
the
not
fuck?
getting
I'm
slammed. What
just
the
saying-
fuck?
Chris,
I was
Wow,
living
man,
in
I've been getting
Boston
up
for
and
years,
frying.
brother. I know what EQ sounds like.
This guy's
Bro.
pushing a narrative.
Yeah, you're also a pro gamer with a team. I'm playing rank play, getting sound horde by Timmy No
shit.
Thumbs.
Let's go check the TikTok at Tommy ZooMaa. Go check out some of the 1v4s I was clutching today. But anyway, that game is fuck it. You're weird for getting sound EQ on console. You weird for
No,
that.
I tip it. I tip it at a Chris because it's
Nah, you
We
can't
don't.
tip
We
that.
don't
Nah, you
tip
can't
that. We
tip
don't
that.
tip that.
Nah,
Wait,
you can't tip
everyone
that.
has
we don't
it.
tip. We don't tip that.
Nah,
How am I weird for
nah,
that?
nah.
Listen, just to move topic slightly, I saw
Nah, it's
JP
great.
mention it in the chat, and this is the biggest thing for me that I'm looking forward towards next week is, this gear perk system. We've seen some leaks about it. I'm curious if those were accurate and like what perks can't you stack and kind of get a feel for what the meta might be like. You're gonna be a situation where you can't run tack and flak together, for example. Like just feeling that out and then how that will tweak the meta is one thing I'm looking forward to next week.
You said the
Nice one,
leaks? I haven't even seen the leaks.
I'm
Yeah,
curious
there
if
were
they.
little- It's like a
There's
week and a
some
half, 2 weeks
there
ago.
were some gear. There were a bunch of leaks about like a month ago on a few things around the game, but I don't know
I'm
if they're
curious if
accurate
they
or not.
modified the maps.
Yeah.
If the
They
Okay,
had
maps
so
mentioned that they did actually do
apparently
that.
they
Maps have
said
doors.
that
They
they
mentioned that they did
made
that.
that some of the maps a little bit bigger. Like they
Yeah.
might be like the square footage might be a little bit bigger. Like
The
I don't-
wording of it was super vague. They said that they had like adjusted it for like the current landscape of Call of Duty movement.
That
Right,
means
but what does
doors,
that
Shit
mean?
like that.
Like the pro said
I
that
have
they
no
played it and that. Okay, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure people play tested it and they said that it felt the same. Like there was nothing changing with the maps. But I don't know. I didn't play it, so I actually have no idea.
It could
But-
be super minor too.
Like for instance, say it was
Yeah.
Scrapyard, but they just made it bigger. Like that could probably be kind of pretty good because with the slide canceling stuff, the movement's gonna be quicker. I mean, the map is gonna play out a lot faster than it did back in the day. They might have had to adjust it, and if they didn't adjust it, it might be bad.
I wonder if so. You guys remember back in the day, like getting on the top of the planes, like you had to be like decently skilled to hit that every time. I wonder
Come
if
on,
it's just
terminal.
gonna be like no on Scrapyard, like getting on top of the
I
plane.
like the yeah.
I wonder if it's just gonna be like a simple mantle now, because like I think back then it was like a glitch, right? Like you were basically landing
You had
on
to jump
an
off the
invisible
white
ledge.
truck next to like
Yeah.
next to loading or the other side. Yeah.
You were landing on like an invisible ledge, so I wonder if it's either not there or just a simple mantle. So that'd be interesting
I
to see.
will say
probably
mantling in
spawned
this game does look smooth as fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
we did-
wonder
yeah, the
from that
high-rise
clip. I
yeah.
wonder if like that person in that clip had like the fast mantle perk equipped though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if
that's a
it was
good point.
deceiving to where and like when you play the actual game, you have to pick. You're gonna have to pick like the equivalent of like toughness. Like that's gonna be in the same boats. Like, do you want like basically a crutch perk or the fast mantle thing.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought that's just how it was, but you might be right. If that was a perk, you know, maybe they. We got Damon Barlow, the 3-time Karma in the chat. He said he definitely had Jordans on. He
Well, I'm
probably
just thinking
had
from
the
like a
Jordans on.
marketing perspective, like obviously, you know, with Modern Warfare 3 being basically like what Modern Warfare 2 sucked at, like
Yeah.
it makes sense that like they make it appear in the trailer fast. So I'm curious if they had like lightweight and the dexterity perk, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but if it's like that and the movements, if it's mantling like that at all times and you sprint fast and you got a slide cancel, I mean, it looks pretty smooth. I'm hoping it's smooth. We'll see when the game comes out. We'll all be grinding for sure. We'll be playing it, so we're all really excited for the beta. That comes out, I think, October 6th or like around there. So I'm not sure the exact dates, Ben, if you want to look it up.
Friday, I believe, is the beginning of the console beta, so it's going to run Friday, I think, to Tuesday. As always, they can extend.
It's 2 weekends, right?
It's
not
2
like-
weekends.
Yeah.
They can always
Yeah.
extend the weekends or whatever. Because my guess is it's just so late that this is more of a network test than it is really like a bug test.
Yeah, they're definitely just showing us the game
So
as opposed to being able to make any changes.
if they need the data, they will.
Yeah, the game that's going to be in the beta is basically going to be the
Yeah.
day one game.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then let's switch topics now. Let's move on over. The only really movement when it comes to team changes or really anything going on in the CDL space, it's just this. Honestly, we have Brian Saintt going to Carolina. Brian Saintt, he's kind of been bouncing around. He's been a coach in the CDL since the beginning, right? He's kind of been bouncing around teams and stuff.
No, he's been with Minnesota
He's
the
been
whole
with
time.
Minnesota the whole time.
Oh yeah, he has been with Minnesota. I thought he was
Went
with
from
somebody
United
else.
to Minnesota.
But he was here from day one though, right? He was here from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's kind of been he's been making moves. He gets himself on Carolina. No roster around him yet, but from my understanding, the final 3 teams, which is Los Angeles Guerrillas, Vegas Legion, and Carolina, from my understanding, like they just really want Clay. Like at least that's what I
Yep.
think. They just all want Clay. And then I think they'll just build around Clay. I'm not really too sure which team Clay is going to choose or where he's going to go or what he plans on doing. But, I mean, that's what it seems like to me. Rumors around the street. We've talked about this. Rumors of Dylan coming in with Clay. Like maybe Clay and Tats playing together. But I think how you finalize that team or complete that team is kind of where things are like kind of you know, like who do you pick up? Who do you get? There's so many different
I
players.
mean, what fucking subs do you get?
Standy's solo
Stanny's
up.
Stanny's out there, Flame's out there.
Yeah, but is every player gonna join the team that Clay's on, or
I
like
feel
you
like
know what I mean?
everyone's
Like,
probably just going to view that as like the
So-
next best option.
Basically,
of the
what
3.
I've heard, because once this Brian Saintt thing came in, a lot of rumors started to circulate, especially the challenger scene. They be talking now these days because I think everybody in the challenger scene is trying to get on one of these teams. And basically, what I've heard is the same thing Tom has. Clay's getting linked to every team here under the sun, and it makes sense. LEG might be a market where he can get the ability to sort of stay where he is and play remote because it seems like they're cost saving. Vegas, he was there before, and obviously he's had experience with Brian on United, so a lot of that makes sense. No,
are
go
we
ahead, ask your
100%
question.
sure that LAG is fielding a team? Like, can anyone like confirm that? Because
With
they
100%
also
certainty.
they also just they just did like another round of like quiet layoffs. Basically, like they already had a graveyard staff, but like I'm pretty sure they laid off like the GM, the head social guy. They obviously pulled out of Valorant.
They
Like,
also
are
owe
we-
people money, Pat. I don't know if you know that, but they actually haven't
I
paid a
don't-
lot of their players.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, they haven't paid like some of their players, and some people are owed a lot of money over there, bro. So,
So
I'm
are
not
they
really too sure.
like right now? I think it's just like Brenda Suh, who's their lead of operations, and then Rick. Like who else is there?
LAG
Like,
Ricky here.
Are they?
They
for sure?
have a new was it a GM or a coach? I can't remember. I
They
met
had
him
a
in
they had a
Vegas.
GM. I remember
Yeah,
in
they
Vegas,
had
yeah.
the guy
Yeah.
in Vegas. He got let go. That's what I'm saying.
Talk about Alex
Like,
Rubens?
Really?
Talking about Alex Rubens?
No, it was a new. No,
Nah.
it was a new
No.
guy. Like I literally met him at Vegas. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is our new guy. I'm like, okay.
he was like a
He's gone?
Valorant and yeah,
he's gone too. No way.
yeah. That's what I heard. He's gone. So I'm just wondering, like, are we for sure that they're fielding a team?
I don't think we're 100% on anything. I hope they do because
I have no idea.
Because an 11-team league is
Well, you
very
got-
tricky to navigate.
the way I'm thinking about it, Ben, is like, so we know this Overwatch buyout thing is looming, and we've talked about this a little bit, and we kind of all expect every organization to probably take that and the Overwatch League to dissolve. If that happens, and the LAG obviously has the Gladiators, if the Gladiators is gone, and Valorant's gone. They have no other teams in any esport, and they have 2 employees. Like, I don't see them fielding a team in that case.
And what happens if they don't fill the team? Sorry, Ben, I didn't mean to cut you off there. You can go ahead. But what happens there?
This is where it gets complicated, right? Like, OWL's kind of dealt with this. Like, I think with the current league format, 11 teams becomes very complicated if you're trying to balance the schedule. Like, how do you do an event that was normally a 12-team double elimination bracket, and now there's an 11 team? There's like the first seed just get like a bye in the first part of the bracket. That would make kind of weird then to have 4 people
They already
losers.
get buys, basically.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of odd. I'm not. It's a bit of a weird situation, so I don't know like what they would do. And I agree with Pat. We haven't heard 100%. I've been asking around, and no one seemed to give me like 100%. Like, yeah, they're locked in. They're planning for next year. So I think that's a TBD situation. I guess once it kind of resolves, we'll do it. People are asking about the Team War tweet. Here's what I know about the Team War situation. I've talked to like 3 different people about it. I think there's definitely some interest in War getting involved in the CDL, but as far as I know, there's been no sale of any CDL spot to Team War. So I would take anything that they tweet as a grain of salt for now. Obviously, if they're able to lock in investment and get a transaction, we'll let you guys know.
Are you talking about what they tweeted back in June?
They've been tweeting about it a couple of times since then.
I mean, bro, teams always do that though, don't they? Don't they always just tweet random shit and try and get people talking? But
yeah,
I don't think that's anything, to be honest. But I'm really curious to see what happens if they don't field a spot. If they don't field a team, like what goes on there. Like, this is just gonna be so weird. And I see people in the chat talking about the CDL and how it might be long lived and how it's dying and this and that. I mean, we do have some topics on Reddit, and I know somebody did ask that, and it was something that a lot of people were thumbsing up. But I mean, what would happen if they don't field a team, and a lot of these people don't field a team, and the CDL dies? What would happen to the league? What would happen to COD?
Well,
I think it would go back to.
Imagine it would go back. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the key thing here is that there's the looming Activision Microsoft merger, which should happen soon.
What's taking so long for that? I thought that was supposed to happen.
Regulatory issues, as always. It's a multinational company, so everybody's got to approve. And Sony and Nintendo are trying to negotiate their own deals and get this and that, so they don't put pressure. And anyway, it's just a mess. But regardless, I think if you look at the landscape of like what the old MLG events used to be, which is a combination of like Microsoft intellectual property, Activision, Blizzard intellectual property, you can go back to kind of something similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing Call of Duty events at like a DreamHack, or someone gets the MLG name back and they run MLG Pro Circuit events at some other third-party team operators.
But that's what I'm saying. Isn't that like completely reliant on like a third-party like operator like being invested in doing it? Because I don't. Even if, or is there a world where like the CDL like stops with the whole franchising thing, but Activision still like partakes in like fielding like a league, but just like without like the whole like franchise?
If the CDL, here's what I think happens. If the CDL is to no longer be, I think there will be no shortage of third-party operators who would want the rights to run it.
But who though? There's not like.
Well, there's been consolidation. I don't see like ESL not wanting to do it. So.
But it would just be ESL.
Well, that's the problem that every the problem that every publisher has now.
You want what's crazy though? If Activision, let's say Activision hypothetically pulls out of esports completely, or just shifts their entire esports focus to Warzone, even if they were, let's say, to allow like Call of Duty, like the current like MP stuff to be ran by like a third party stuff, what if like there's no like not worlds, but like champs? Like,
okay.
Isn't Champs' prize pool pretty much like fully like given from Activision, like even back in the day?
Listen, there is no, as far as I know, there is no like pivot to Warzone. We're all in a Warzone competitive type deal going on. I do think they need to expand the World Series of Warzone program. I think the first event was successful, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple. But COD Champs is going to keep happening. That is a massive marketing beat for Call of Duty. I don't see them not doing it, and I don't see them just like not supporting Call of Duty esports in some form. I could see it not being a first-party thing that they run, and they pay a third-party operator. But again, like ESL is so hungry to get as many programs as possible, and they've got the bankroll of Savvy Gaming now. Like they have no, they will run events if they get the ability to do so.
I don't see it being as big of a marketing event as it used to be. like especially now that it's happening in June, it's kind of happening in like a pretty dead time
They
to,
could
to be
change that,
considered
though.
like
They
a
could change
marketing thing. Yeah, but you think like back in the day, COD Champs happened in March, April, which was when the big DLC came out in those Call of Duties, like,
Yeah.
and it was surrounded by that DLC, and then it shifted to the end of the year, which is obviously a good time because you're doing promotion for the new game. There was even sometimes like there would be basically COD. I think what was it, Black Ops 3? Like COD Champs ended, and then like less than a month later, you were playing the IW beta.
Yeah.
Well, they had the
It's-
beta at Champs. So they would have you'd be able to play the new games early at Champs
Yeah.
sometimes.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
they did that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So-
just don't see them not supporting a champs event every year. It's such a big piece for their
I mean,
entire organization, their partners, their stakeholders. So
I
like,
want to say you're right on that, Ben. But like, listen, I mean, I might be a pessimist here, but like the way that the World Series of Warzone went and stuff like that, and you said, I think they're probably going to expand that program more. I think it would make more sense for them to use like the whole World Series of Warzone and that whole like thing more as a marketing tool than even the CDL, just because Warzone is year round. It's not like a game, like it's not like where like MP dies off, you know, at some point in the year and then like it's kind of just dead. Warzone is something that's like you can use that marketing aspect every single, like anytime you want, because like I said, Warzone is year round. It doesn't change. There's always Warzone there, and it's always popular. It's like their most popular, I guess, game mode.
How many
Is
esports?
it? I feel like it's lost a lot of popularity.
But I still think it's bigger than multiplayer.
Wait, how many titles?
Not when we have a good game.
How many
Okay,
titles
well,
that
that-
have
but that's
esports are
Hypothetical.
Microsoft owned IPs? Just Halo right now, right?
yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why this
Is it
merger is
just
happening.
Halo, or is there more?
I mean, think about
It
what
used to be
first party
Gears, but not anymore.
IPs Microsoft has now. It's tiny, and I think that's part of the reason this Activision move is happening, because they don't really have a lot of first party intellectual property that they're currently developing games on. They do the merger, they get access to all the Blizzard stuff. Activision's got a wealth of other properties, including mobile stuff. Like they get
I
all
guess
that
there's
on the
all
Microsoft
the
tab.
we get all the Blizzard stuff too. Yeah.
And there's like old Activision, and I've talked to people about this before. Like Activision's got insane amounts of IP that they haven't created anything on in like 20 years. Like there's stuff you can bring back from the 90s. They wanted to redo just stuff that's sort of sitting in the vault that they can make. So the move makes sense for Microsoft. I will just say, to your point, Chris. Look, I think they will expand the World Series of Warzone program. I think that there was, you know, I was working, you know, sort of as a caveat, like I was working on the initial part of the World Series of Warzone program for 2 years when we were running, you know, parts on the EE side as far as production and helping out with comp ops. So I've seen kind of the thought process there on their end, and they were trying to run Land's End. It took them 3 years to do it. They were able to get it done in London. I think they will try and expand it, but I don't think they're going to just like go and just try and run some massive franchise Warzone league. I just don't see it. I think that
didn't
will always be a
watch-
secondary thing.
see-
World Series of Warzone, was it like a good event to watch?
Yeah, it went
Yeah, it was
very
good.
well.
It went well. Yeah.
The only bad thing I think was like literally right before the final game, there was like a decent delay.
But,
But that
was
was
it. But was it like competitive? What like? I don't know the
Well,
format.
it
I mean,
was-
Diaz's team just kind of
competitive.
slammed everyone.
Yeah, there were three really
Yeah,
good
they
teams. There was
slammed
Diaz's team just kind of
Di-
slammed everybody.
Diaz and Shifty's team was really good. Obviously, TB, you know, Tommy Noob's team is really good, and then obviously Ahsoka and them were really good. They just kind of they've been like the dominant kind of forces in Warzone now the last couple of months, and they've kind of ran every tournament since then, and so they were the force.
But wasn't
just
it
don't-
also like creators invited? Like basically just
No.
got spots.
No.
You creators got invited to certain segment parts of the qualifiers.
They still had
but
to
anyone,
qualify for the overall.
Yeah, everybody that qualified didn't have.
Oh,
They
to
got
okay.
it's like they got
qualify.
like a head start. But
Yeah.
the one thing I wanted to say though, like you're talking about how like, oh, you think they're going to expand the program, blah, blah blah. Like I don't see a world where like Activision isn't directly involved expanding this program to have more events, more events like World Series of Warzone, right? But if the CDL is on a downtrend in terms of like the CDL current format, and if the CDL dies in that aspect of franchising, and you said the CDL, like Activision isn't going to be like directly involved with the CDL post franchising, even if we still have something, wouldn't that technically put Warzone as like Activision's like I guess premier like esports thing, even if it's like not necessarily a league, because they are directly
Chris,
being involved in it?
I don't
Here's what
think they
I'd say
like
is-
esports in general. I don't think.
I don't think.
I'm
here's
just
what-
saying.
That's what's up.
here's where the
If you're
way I
saying if
think-
you're saying one's
I'm just
downtrending
saying.
and one's technically being built up a little bit, it kind of sounds to me
hold
like their
on, hold
shift
on, hold on.
is
Time out. Two things.
a little bit.
One is let's be clear about what is going on with the CDL and why we're talking about this. I don't think the appetite in competitive Call of Duty is decreasing. We had the highest viewership.
Yeah,
We've had
That's not what
seasons.
I'm saying.
But part of the issue is the economics of the team business, the economics of franchise leagues, and you're seeing this also with Riot has a similar problem, is just completely fucked right now. So all this stuff is being unwound in certain levels of form. To the Warzone question, I don't think that they look at Warzone, if you look at kind of how they run launch tournaments and other competitive function right now, I don't think they see it as a pure competitive product. I think they see it as an intersexual thing between like, Warzone and the Warzone creators are very entertainment focused. And there are guys, yes, like Biffle that are absolute like wand onto the game and they're competitive and they see like World Series of Warzone like in the middle of that Venn diagram. I don't think it's a pure competitive product in the way that like CDL is. So I don't really agree with that. And I think that what I would see is sort of the future likely going to happen. This is my sort of like prediction, is you're going to get probably a third party operator operating, Call of Duty, Overwatch, a bunch of other Activision Blizzard properties at LANs or events. And then, they may also do like the Warzone properties as well, because I don't see Warzone, I don't see World Series of Warzone Activision being able to run that like in-house. That was a similar team that ran other kind of production events for battle royales in Europe. Like they still need third-party production help. So
Do you see that happening this year, Ben?
Fair enough. Fair
Do you
enough.
see
Yeah.
that happening this upcoming season? Third parties running it. CDL's dead, gone, finished.
Not
I
this
don't-
season.
I
This,
don't-
this
not this
season, I
season.
think, goes on.
I think next season it could be definitely on the cards.
I mean,
Well,
this
we
this
can-
just
we
all
can-
wraps back to like this one like overarching thought is that franchising was a fucking terrible idea.
Horrible.
Just
we
let-
keep
yeah,
talking
I
about
think,
the
I,
worst
I
shit.
think COVID
But
took a
Tom, you
big
might
hit.
need to. You probably should change the slide. Good heaven.
Hold on. I don't think COVID.
Way to ground us, Pat.
To say that
Good looks
COVID killed
for
it, like
Slay.
maybe to an extent, but like for different reasons. Like I think the business model didn't make sense before COVID anyway.
No, COVID definitely took a hit, and you can't blame anyone for that. But like, I think that Call of Duty was just not the place to introduce a franchise model. I think that the way that like competitive Call of Duty was run in the past was all about the events and all about opens and all about the atmosphere. And you kind of, even like as a player, you would like, you notice it in the small things of going to events. Like before, everyone would stay in the hotel, we'd hang out, and like literally the second that franchising hit, you didn't talk to anyone but your teammates. Like it felt way more formal than it was prior to the CDL. And I think that
Yeah.
like as something as small as that, it goes all the way up to the top.
I'm saying
but
you
you
guys,
guys gotta
go ahead,
think.
Pat.
Are we like? Listen, I understand what the downsides that COVID had on esports in general, but like when we look back, think about the format in year one. Like
Oh, yeah, it was
I
so bad.
actually believe that like COVID saved some of these orgs a ton of money. Like, dude, even those like 2-day events that we're talking about, like, dude, those were massive, just money torches. Like,
Yeah.
But
they
how
were,
did people do P&Ls in like when I heard about the schedule, I was like, did people plan this out on how much money they were going to spend to run this shit? Like
I think they
multiple
just assumed that
homestands,
there
all
would
the
be way more
travel.
revenue.
Yeah, they
but,
dumped
like,
the income
revenue
level.
from
I
revenue
actually
from where
think-
though? Like that's
Sponsors,
that's
I'm
a part
guessing,
of the
brands.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, yeah, they were thinking like merch sales and event tickets and like streaming rights. But what I'm saying is, I actually think like with COVID happening, it actually saved a ton of these orgs a ton of money. And I think we would have been in a worse or even the same situation sooner. Like we could have been in this situation a year
They
ago,
would have just
2
been burning
years
through
ago.
way more money if we
Well,
had
I
to
think
actually go to
because
events.
they would have been at the if we kept that
Yeah.
like similar format with like the COVID having events regularly, like we would have been in a worse off position. Not to mention, like we all know this, Call of Duty kind of blew up over COVID. Like I know everyone likes to say like Modern Warfare 19 was like this big title that brought COD back, but it's like COVID was a massive surge. I mean,
You're
you're talking
fucking
about
stuck at home.
Warzone. Yeah,
Warzone
everyone
blew
was
the
at
fuck up.
home. You're talking about Warzone getting like 150 million players. Like, yeah, I think I don't know. I know there was obvious
Yeah,
downsides, but I think
that's
COVID
true.
played a big part in like sustainability in reality.
Listen, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, more macro, like you're seeing the problems that, VCT has, seeing the problems that LCS has, other franchise leagues, like the economics of the team business have cratered now that they don't have ready access to all this like cheap venture capital money. They can just keep pumping in and not making any cash in their businesses, spending millions of dollars and bringing revenue that's 1 mil, 2 mil. Like that whole gravy train has ended. And that has collapsed the team business outside the big players. And you're seeing the realignment now, like, and it's obviously going to trickle to the CDL and the OW also.
What if COD? What if this next COD, from the nostalgia of it? I mean, listen, I'm obviously dreaming right now. Like I'm shooting for the stars. But like, you know how like
I can go
Fortnite,
for it.
you know how like Fortnite just like caught everyone, and it just like blew the fuck up. Like, what if just like this nostalgic like COD just brings everybody back. Like everybody's just on COD. Like that would be
But
crazy.
I feel like we're in that massive like creator ecosystem now where like the only way you have like a Fortnite type explosion is if every single creator is playing it. Like
yeah.
think
Which
about
every
it back in
creator
Fortnite,
might be
like,
playing this though when it comes out. This MW3
Yeah, but
game.
maybe, but the
difference
gameplay is still Modern Warfare 2.
I was gonna say,
the
like,
difference
the
between playing and getting paid
Yeah, I
to
guess
play
that's
like
right. I guess
like
that's
I
true.
mean-
you're gonna see big creators playing the game when it comes out, but a lot of them are probably working with Activision marketing. To
brand deals and
Pat's
shit.
point, what was the beauty of like Fortnite was like the Drake thing with Ninja. Like that was organic. That wasn't epic, like getting two parties together and working
Bro,
with a talent
every single
agency.
creator was
Yeah.
playing Fortnite 24/7. Like, and it was free, right? When it was in beta, it was
Yes.
free,
Yeah, it
and
was
then
free.
it was
Yeah.
on. Yeah, it was cross play back in what 2016, 2017, whenever it came out. Like, I think that was just such a like unique event that I don't think we'll see that situation again.
Actually, I don't think it was free. It was you had to pay to play the battle royale thing like pre-release, and then once it released, it became free. Like if you wanted to play early, you
No,
paid.
that was like the
I
closed
think.
thing. It launched in
I
like
don't
an
remember.
open beta.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Any
You're right,
any
you're right,
world
you're
where
right.
you see us going back to console at all? Any world where you see that happening?
No.
I think the only
Yeah,
thing that
I-
should go back to
It-
console
it-
is challengers. It's the
I-
only thing that
I
should.
wish,
It would
I
just
wish it
depend
did,
on Sony or Microsoft. Well, I guess Microsoft now maybe owning Activision could be interesting, but like I think the only way that would really happen is like massive exclusivity rights
Yeah.
that are paid for, which I
Part-
don't
part-
see happening.
Part of this merger is obviously them cutting deals with especially Sony. So I do think that's a political problem for them. As small as it is, like PlayStation is being a big sponsor and supporter of the Call of Duty world, even when they transition to PC for a bit. So like I don't see them position to console. Now, when the new consoles come out, and we'll see what that generation looks like in 3 or 4 years, we can
That's
revisit
like
that conversation.
2027, right?
Yeah, but we're
Like,
too
that's
far out
off.
from that. Yeah, I think we're years away from that conversation. Right now,
Yeah.
PC's just going to be.
I mean, the
better
reason
for
why I
a number
say
of
that is because
reasons.
somebody in the chat was even like PC ruined COD and all the hackers and all the cheaters. Like it really did, bro. Like PC just
It definitely
changed.
did.
It changed COD so much for the worse. Like it's so bad.
Wait,
Like-
but that is not because of the system. Let's be honest here. It is because of the anti-cheat that Activision made. And listen, going against cheaters is always an uphill battle, but there are games that have had pretty decent success with good anti-cheats. For example, Valorant and even like other games like that. That don't have this
You
problem
have
to our
nothing to
degree.
compare that change to though. Like Valorant is just innately on PC with a good anti-cheat. COD was good before the change. Like even if there was a good anti-cheat, you still have sound EQ. You still have the actual issues with the game. Like
Yeah,
if we go back to console, we know we have a known quantity. Whereas Val, you have nothing to compare it to. Val was born with a good anti-cheat on PC.
I mean, you guys are overthinking this, bro. At the end of the day, people have been playing like these sort of arena shooters for so long that I think there's just boredom. Like for some folks, like yeah, Call of Duty releasing is still one of the biggest titles. People buy it, one of the biggest entertainment sales of the year. But as far as like a regular player base used to see back in the day, it's because people buy it and they get bored and there's other things to play now. Like keep in mind, when the early days of Call of Duty, like you didn't have like great internet to go download 60 gigabytes of a fucking game anytime you wanted. Now you've got this whole thing at your fingertips and there's just more to play.
Yeah, let's take it over to the Reddit questions.
Xdefiant's only 30 gigs, Ben, and it's free to play.
That's good. That's a good size. Better than the 120 gigabyte I've seen from like other games. That shit's crazy. 30 gigs, typical W.
First, we got Neon Eagle coming in from the COD Competitive Reddit. He said, ideally, what should the third game mode be? Something old or something entirely new? Which I don't even know, like, a new game mode would be crazy if they brought in like something completely new, but I don't think that's happening. It's going to be control. It's
I can't
control.
say.
They've tried.
I can't say.
What?
What's the matter, Slay? You going to say something or what?
I just can't say what it should be because I might be
What?
dabbling. I might be dabbling. You know what I mean?
It might be
What's
Listen,
your rate? What's your
it
rate to say it? What's your rate to
Don't
say
say don't say Dom.
No, it should be in something entirely new, never seen before.
it? Okay.
Escort.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I know Porter has talked about CTF, but the flag is in the middle. That you have to bring the flag to their base to get a point.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's kind of like CTF. But
That's
still
literally
wanna see-
It's
literally
uplink on-
Blitz. That's
No, it's
literally blitz
uplink.
sabotage.
Kinda.
It's,
Well, actually, that is
it's
uplink.
neutral CTF. Isn't
It's
in
up- it's
Halo
uplink.
shit.
It's like
uplink.
blitz, bro. Except you
No,
have to
it's
grab
neutral
something.
CTF.
It's
No,
not-
no,
it's
it's
not-
not blitz.
it's
'cause
not
you're
all
not
like
sneaking.
blitz.
Bro,
You
there
can't
would be
sneak
no
the
Yeah.
flag
sneaking
in.
at all. Yeah.
That's true. You're right.
I
You're right.
actually, I mean,
It's uplink. That's what it is.
Yeah.
to be honest, back in the day, so obviously Call of Duty used to have sabotage. And I still think sabotage was probably the best swing game mode that Call of Duty's ever had. The big issue was the overtime system. But aside from that, Halo had a game mode called Neutral Bomb, which has not gotten played in
What is
forever.
that?
I actually think Neutral
Oh,
Bomb
shit
could
was
work
lit.
pretty sick in Call of Duty.
Really?
So
What
lit.
is
it?
neutral bomb? What is that?
You had so bomb would be in the middle, and essentially what you were explaining earlier, where you'd have 2 points in each base. You have to pick up the bomb, carry it to the base, arm it, defend it for like a few seconds, and then it would blow up, and you get a point, and you'd play like first to like 3 or 5 or whatever it was.
They introduced it in Halo 2. It was a popular game mode, and especially big team battle in Halo. And I agree with Pat. It would actually be like kind of the best parts of Sabo without like the real crazy spawn trapping.
Yeah.
HQ is interesting. Headquarters. That'd
Do
be
you
great.
guys? Did you
Yeah,
guys
but if
That's
you're,
too
if you're
hardpoint.
hard
That's too
point, why would we
hardpoint,
play
like-
headquarters? Like,
it's
you
too
know?
Yeah,
hardpoint,
it's
like-
true.
Did you guys play World at War at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, great
The
game.
war game mode. Yeah, I still
Yeah.
think that would be, dude. Imagine war nowadays, like
War is
as-
returning.
in like a.
By the way.
Nah, that's the like big tank escort mode. I'm talking about the World at War, like the 2008 war, where basically there was 5 flags on the map, and you would basically push the if the first flag would always
Like
start in
tug
the
of
middle.
war.
Yeah, if you capture the first flag, it would go to the enemy's second flag, and if you capture that one, it would go to the enemy's first flag, and you would basically just push them back and forth, and you would get, I think it was called like Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
Like, if you stacked a ton of kills, you would get like basically a faster cap speed. But that game mode, like, it could end in 3 minutes if someone dominated, but it could also drag out and be insane and go to OT. But I thought that game mode was like one of the most competitive modes we ever had. And I actually played World at War competitively for a little bit when there was like that down period in COD 4. But I think
Are
it
they
was,
bringing back that? Because I
still a
see
lot of modes
people
that
saying demolition. Are they bringing back demolition or no? I wonder if that's a game mode that's going to be something you can play like on the playlist when the new game drops. Because demolition, I feel like, is a classic.
I mean,
game mode.
but Demolition was played in Modern Warfare 2 competitive, and it was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
That's what I'm
so-
saying. It's a
It was.
classic game mode. So I wonder if it's going to be out in the new game. Which would be,
Demo
it would
ha-
be fire if it is.
Demo had the same issue though. It's like, which I hated. Like most kills got defense last round. Like that was
Yeah.
always kind of cheesy.
And
It
I
was
feel
a
like
little
demo
cheesy.
just plays very similar to control now, right? I didn't play demo back then, but in concept it seems somewhat the same. Like you probably have like
Yeah.
a preferred bomb on every map.
It
Things are easier to
does.
defend. You
Yeah.
can spawn trap based on which
Instead of
cap you have
yeah, instead
first.
of instead
like,
of capping the point by stacking it, you
Gotta
actually you have to
defend
plant
the
the bomb
bomb.
and
it just
defend
yeah,
it.
it seems very similar in concept.
I hate to burst
I feel like
everybody's bubble,
retakes
but
were
it's
way
control.
easier.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
playing
no, it's
control.
definitely control.
They're playing control. I mean, I'm like 95% positive that they're playing
Which
control.
I don't really understand this. Like I know we talked about this on the show before, but like, dude, Control was literally a Black Ops 4 like
Specific
it worked,
only
yeah,
thing,
It worked
and it was
great
5v5
in Black Ops
and
4.
specialists.
Yeah,
That's
but,
why it was
like,
good.
I don't think it's worked in any game since.
I
I will
Um,
die. I will die on the hill that we do not need a third game mode. We could be playing 2. We could play hardpoint search.
Nah,
Nah,
third
you
game
have to
mode
have
makes
it
it-
already
third
there.
game
we
mode
talked
makes it so
about
much
this on
better,
a-
though.
We talked about this on a show 3 or 4 shows ago when Sam talked about the conversations last year about this.
It'd be
You didn't
so
run into this
boring.
very specific, like how, like are we
It's
getting
just
3
so
hard points or 3
subjective when you go
SMBs?
person to person, team to team.
Yeah.
It's you're never gonna come to a middle ground where everyone's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
But it's also just boring. Like it doesn't force people to be good at all the modes, right? Like you could be a fucking a nasty hardpoint team, and that's it. Like
and then your vote is auto 3 hard points.
yeah,
The players need to go on strike, man.
Yeah, I get it,
Get what they
but-
want, bro. They need to just refuse to play or some shit.
Also,
I
if
mean,
there's
I
three
mean,
game
their,
modes like the
Yeah,
their
Nebula
best
players
goes
chance
will
to
do
away.
that
do
shit
it.
too.
Hold on, their best chance to do it was in Black Ops 3 when they almost did. That was
Yeah.
probably the
Yeah.
closest everybody
That was the
ever got.
closest.
to
Yeah, that was
striking,
definitely the closest.
and
it
they never
was.
pulled the trigger on it because that was like after the really.
I
This was
remember
like
that.
what in February or March or some like really bad meeting with the developers and I think ESL at the time that went poorly
Yeah.
and the players were thinking about striking and they just never pulled the trigger on it. Like, you know, you're just at a point now where you've just given up so much leverage. Like I don't really see how it's going to be effective in
A strike nowadays
what
would
you
do
want.
Activision a fucking favor.
Yeah.
Then the CDL now, you guys aren't gonna play, sure.
Yeah. We're not
I
gonna
mean,
pay.
nowadays
If you guys are not
that's-
gonna
yeah.
play, we're not gonna pay. You know
Now
what I
that
mean?
Scump's retired, they're like, you're striking? Nah, we don't care.
We got Stealthy coming in hot with the question. 14 thumbs up. Thoughts on slide canceling being back? Would you prefer with or without? What do you guys think? I prefer with. I think we need it. I think slide canceling adds a movement gap. It just adds a little bit more to the game, and it speeds up the game a lot too, in my opinion. And it just makes things more exciting. I like it personally. I think it's better.
I like it, but that's only because they refuse to give us the other things that would make taking engagements better, like
Yeah,
faster
fast
straight
time,
speeds,
fast ADS, yeah.
faster jumping with no penalties, faster ADSing sprint out time. That's the only reason I like it. But also, this is something underrated that I don't think people realize unless you've played on both. On console, the breaking cameras is a lot worse, but on PC, it's not as bad. And with the game that we have now, irons are king. Like, if you hold an angle for the most part, you're gonna win it.
Yeah.
So you need something to help aid that situation, because it creates scenarios where there's unbreakable hills because there's so many. Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off real quick.
Yeah,
that's facts, though, Chris.
Chris, would you guys
EMP
be
grenade?
Pat and Chris specifically? Would you guys be making the same argument in Black Ops 2? If there's someone on fucking Fountain on Slums, you're breaking that fucking hill. Are you thinking when you chow that guy, like, damn, I wish I had an abusable movement mechanic to kill this guy?
because there was equipment that you used. You used EMPs to break trophies and
So-
then nade them. You used fucking smoke
Yeah,
grenades
that
to
doesn't
cut off
exist
lines of
anymore.
sight. Yeah, that shit's. We don't have equipment.
There used to be EMPs are something. The ways to destroy trophies are something that is very underrated and would aid so many situations of unbreakable hills without busted movement mechanics. For example, I've made this example a million times on Tin Hill of Mercado. That hill is damn near unbreakable. One thing that would help would be an EMP, because if they have a trophy on the inside, there's no way to actually go in there and shoot it. So there's no way of breaking it besides using your tax, which artificially enhances the time to break, because you have to throw your tax, then hit the hill, and then spawn up, and then do it again, and hope he doesn't have a trophy.
And
With
the
EMPs,
biggest-
one push is all you need.
The biggest thing too, and we noticed this at the event. I've always known it just because I love Black Ops 2, but dude, if strafe speed was fast like it used to be, you don't need slide canceling. You can swing on somebody by strafing fast.
And with a little left stick, Pat.
If you hit a mean strafe, here's the one thing I hate about Call of Duty nowadays that existed back then. Back then, you could make people miss. You can't do that anymore.
There's a left stick gap, Pat.
Yeah,
you could strafe on people.
Strafe,
go back and forth.
Strafing and aim assist obviously is stronger. We know that. That's part of it. But dude, back then you could actually strafe, make people miss by fucking just hitting them with a mean strafe. I was hitting Pred with some crazy strafes. He couldn't handle it. But you could actually make people miss back in the day. You can't do that anymore. So time to kill is one thing as well. Think about it. We got faster time to kill, lower strafe speed, and more aim assist. So
you might be able to in the next game though, Pat.
You
and
need
DS4 settings. They
canceling.
got a setting on DS4, enhanced precision, Pat. Enhanced precision.
Yeah,
Shit's
We're talking
crazy.
about this.
too.
It doesn't actually mean enhanced precision. But anyways,
Yeah, whatever. I put it on. That shit's sticky. That shit is sticky.
I don't know. He's been frying
bro.
lately. I don't know, Chris. Tom's been frying since he put that shit on. Word on the street.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say the enhanced precision doesn't actually mean enhanced precision. It's just the name of an name curve that you're adding.
Whatever you say,
But
buddy.
anyways, what I was gonna say was, you technically can strafe faster. I don't know how fast it's gonna be, but they're adding supposedly, they're adding Stalker into the game in one of the perks or something where you strafe real fast.
No,
So-
Lamar just said in
Lamar
chat
said
the
it's
strafe
not
isn't
like
like
that.
that.
Okay, well, exactly.
Keep
Well,
it
that's what I'm
moving.
saying.
On to the next.
If he's played the game, then yeah, I get it. But that's what I'm saying. So maybe, who knows? Keep
Lamar
moving.
didn't play the game. No feds.
Guess
no
we'll
feds,
find
bro.
out next week.
All right, man. Moving on to the next question. We got Dylan Codd's Coke line coming in. Who are the best
Terrible.
unsigned players and free agents right now? And then Scaly Celtic said, perfect question for them to gas ASIM as S tier again. Listen, I definitely think ASIM is a great player that should be on a spot this year. I'm one of those three final teams, 100%. Go ahead, man.
Just
Two Challengers players I've heard. There's a couple of Challengers players I've heard recently that have been linked to a lot of teams. Pretty much the team that won Challengers champs this year has been linked to one of these three remaining squads. Again, you got to keep in mind the individual players, because it's basically
That's
this
what I'm saying,
whole
the whole
Clay,
team.
Dylan, Standy.
It's the Gwyn guys, Ben. Just answer it straight up. It's the Gwyn guys.
Basically, it's going to come down to does that rumored Clay, Dylan, Standy trio stick somewhere, and then who do they get as their like last sub, and then what are the other teams going to do with the leftovers? So we may actually see some players from the winning Challengers Champ squad actually making the league this year.
Well, damn. There you go.
I have no fucking. I mean, Ben, if you were, say, Carolina right now, who are you getting?
Well, I'm trying to get Clay.
No. I mean, Clay's on the team, right? Obviously,
Wait,
Clay's
are you
on the
still
team.
getting Clay? Are you still getting Clay after his performance this past weekend? Because
Nah, that doesn't count, bro. It was only 10
It sounded like
Wow.
you're trying to anchor it and it just fucking was
damn it.
useless. So like, that's tough.
God damn it.
That doesn't count, Slay. The setups were fucked up. You know, you were fucked up, man.
I guess, but Seth was going plus 102, and Clay had like 80 less kills than me.
Nah, Seth was going crazy though. Seth was actually flying.
AR cheese.
Nah, that's what I was putting on AR. Zinni was yelling at me, but bro, this shit's OP and you're not getting no fucking kills. So I gotta.
It's also,
Oh my
bro, the AR is
Yeah.
also
Christ.
way. The AR is way easier to
fucking with
shoot on the delay, bro, because you only have to left stick. Like
Yeah, nah.
on
the,
that delay,
the M8
SMGs are
was
way
fucking
harder.
insane, bro. The subs felt like ass. Like unless they were like right in front of you, like right in your face, and you were playing corners on hill and stuff or something.
But that's how it used to be too, because not only did the SMGs have like little range, you lost aim assist after like 30 meters.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I liked it because you have to be smart with your routes and stuff, but not on that delay. I
Yeah.
know on that delay. I
No,
don't
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
it. You know, so it
We,
just
did, we
made
didn't
it.
get to utilize the like fast pull up time, like quickness of the game because of that delay.
Yeah, but back to Ben. Ben, what would you do? Who would you pick up? What are you going with this team? Say Clay's on a team, main AR, Dylan's your flex. Who are your two subs? What would you do? What would you do with the squad?
Best sub available in terms of top ending your team is probably Standy.
Yeah,
I think that was
that's
a really
what
good,
people. I think
good
Standy is
combination.
linked.
And this is where it gets difficult. Like, who is your then fourth ad to sort of pair with Eli? Eli, who's a little bit more of a corner type sub. He's not like an Ibiza type sub. Nero is a very interesting one for me. I think it keeps sort of S&D first mindset, which should be the approach to this team anyway.
He needs to be
Get good
somebody
at-
aggressive, somebody who's not afraid to die. That's who it needs to be. Somebody.
Asim's not afraid to die.
Asim's
He's
not,
fucking
Asim's
going.
not afraid to
Asim is a-
die.
Is
There
a
you
good
go.
pairing as well because I think he would be able
Yeah.
to pair
Gotta
well with
check it off.
Standy. I mean, look. I mean, I listen. We
He's
like
S tier for
Asim.
sure.
He's got experience with some of these players before. Like, I think it would be a good fit. I think that is sort of like the team I would build that gets you like the most league experience, top into your team the best, and I think like they can find a way to get ahead early, be S&D first, like you saw with Vegas. They can be competitive and be in the mix for making champs, or maybe even squeezing the top four. You never know.
Yeah. And then I think it'll be interesting because then whatever happens with that Carolina team, I feel like a lot of players that we're naming will probably end up on like those other two teams if they field roster. I mean, Vegas will field a roster. Vegas will always be the last team to field a roster. They take pride in that. They take pride.
Vegas will be around after we're long.
Yeah. They're probably the most financially stable
They're
right
tried
now.
and true, bro. They're
You know,
chillin'.
Slay, I think Pat said that once. He was like, I mean, think about it. Vegas is literally the closest to like zero.
They've paid a max 200K every year.
Yeah, like they're kicking it right now, bro. Like compared to some of these other teams and some of the losses that they have got hit with. Yeah, nah, Vegas is fucking caking it. This is what we entered. I remember I saw this, so I brought it up during the show, but is the CDO franchise model coming to an end? We kind of already talked about this, right? We talked about all this stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't really got to talk about that. Are there any contingency plans for what happens if the CDL dies out?
And we talked about that too.
talked about that as well.
Already talked about that there. Every game since Black Ops 2, can we build like a dream combo set? Can you build a map set with like 8 maps that would rank the best for a comp game? Pick the series length and the game modes, the meta guns, movement system, time to kill, etc. Jesus Christ, he wants us to do fucking everything.
We gotta start from the top down, bro.
1 mil over 3
All right,
years.
let's do-
or
There
3
you
mil
go.
over 3
Movement. Okay,
years
let's
for
start
all
with
us.
movement system. Okay, I'll
BO2.
highlight it. Movement system. Black Ops 2.
BO2. I think
Black
so.
Ops 2 if we want to go with something old school. If we want to go with something newer, Cold War.
Yeah, I
Cold War
think
slash
Cold
That's a
cancel
good-
is not
that's a good-
abusive.
War's a
good-
good shout.
that's a good
Cold War's a
answer,
good
yeah.
shout. I actually
Okay,
do
so-
like Cold War shout.
Hypothetical,
going
if we go
with-
New Age, we're going Cold War.
I'm going
Gotta go
with
there.
Black Ops 3 or AW movement.
Can I
That's
just
what I'm
pick? Can
going
we
with.
pick jetpacks? Because if we can pick
course.
jetpacks, I'm just picking jetpacks.
The thing is, though,
course.
if we pick jetpacks, we only have
Nah.
we can only go with jetpack maps. Like, there's no way. Like, we
Yeah,
can't.
that's
Like,
fair.
yeah. So like, if we want to
Okay,
do
that's
if
fair.
we
Yeah,
want
I
to do
can't-
jetpacks, we can
I
do
can't
both.
shoot myself in the foot here.
We can do 2 settings. So let's do boots first. I'm doing Cold War movement.
I'm down for
TTK?
Cold War. Let's lock in Cold War movement for sure.
What about
TTK,
TTK?
I like Cold War too. I'm not even.
Black Ops 4.
I feel like Black Ops 4 was a little.
Black Ops 4 was
Good stim,
Black
brother,
Ops
like-
4. No,
Yeah,
but that
Stim
no, but
ruined
that's
it.
without
Stim ruined the
Stim.
fuck out of that
If-
game.
If
no,
they
you can take
did-
out Stim and still have 150 health
I
and
don't
still
think
have a
I don't
good
know if it's
time to
still.
kill.
That's
I don't
true.
know if
Take the
it's still
stim away.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still that good though, Sam. I just like I feel like without specialists, there was just points in time where if two people ran at you, you were dead no matter what. Like, and the only thing that saved that aspect was how quick the movement was and all that stuff, plus your stim, because you could obviously like finesse around your stim. But like, if that time to kill was like that without all those movement mechanics and stim, if you get body stacked, like you're dead. Like with that in that game, I feel like I could be wrong though.
Like, it's hard to make an individual. It's hard to make an individual play
I don't know.
I'm
I was
not-
making a lot of individual plays in BO4.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know.
because
I'm
you
not
have
gonna lie.
stim. With stim, like
I'm
it's
not gonna lie.
different.
I
Like
go-
stim,
I
you
go
can play
I
your
think the
life.
only answer here is like Cold War, right?
I go Cold War for both
Yeah.
movement and TTK. Meta guns. What meta guns?
IW.
MSMC.
I think.
Give me
I
all
think-
the IW
Bro,
guns.
the
I
AR
think
Three
I
gun
got
meta,
you guys.
three gun meta,
Bro,
and then
I will
anything
say,
after that. I don't
I
care.
will say,
as long as it's 3 gun
Call
meta.
of Duty needs a burst weapon as the main AR. Like it needs it so bad because like the
Yep.
auto ARs kind of make it cheese. Like even if
It
there's
just
like
has to be a
flex
4-round
gun,
burst. The 3-round burst is unbalanceable.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm
eh,
gonna-
That's why the M8. That's why the M8s were so good, is because they were both 4-round bursts, and you had to hit all 4 bullets.
I honestly think we go BO3 for meta guns because I think every gun in that game was like good.
It was good. Yeah.
You could use the HVK, you could use the Man of War, you can use the M8,
That's true.
you can use the Shiva. Like every gun was good.
Okay, so that's interesting. We got Cold War movement, Black Ops 4 time to kill.
Or Cold War.
or Cold War.
I
Cold
think
War.
I think we should do Black Ops 4 time to kill. I think we should do
Okay,
BO4.
okay, all right, that's fair. And then we do Black Ops 3. We do Black Ops 3 meta guns.
Black Ops 3 meta guns. Yeah, I like
All right,
that.
now we build our map set. I think raid HP is we build the
Raid all
best.
game
Series,
mode.
no,
we
no,
build
series
hold on.
length. Series
build-
length
Best
first.
of 5.
Series
Best of
length.
5.
Best of
yeah.
Oh,
five.
not only best of 5, continuation best of 11 in a grand final. That double best of
Why
5
was it
shit's
two-
whack. The
Huh.
fucking best of 9 1-0 advantage.
I,
is
Nah,
I'm
whack.
a
the
big
continuation's-
fan of the
The
best of 11.
continuation is the worst idea ever. I
the
hate
worst
it.
shit.
Bro,
I
I
can't
don't
stand
agree.
that.
I don't know
Yes,
if I
it
agree with
is, bro.
continuation, but the best
That
of 11 in finals
was
is the best shit.
That's how it was. It was a continuation. If you played before, it was a best of. It was the way it works is if you played before, you took the previous series and you played a best of 11.
I would
if
rather just
you-
start a full on just
Start a
best
best
of
of
11.
9, best of 9, best of
best of
11 in
nine.
grand
No,
finals.
but the way it works
the
is
2 best teams
if-
in the venue
if
have to be good at every map.
If you never played before, it was a best of 5 in the final. If the grand final, if the team that came from winners won, it was over. If the loser team won, it extended to a best of 11.
Wait,
Why it's
how
called an
insane?
extended
Wait, hold on,
series.
Sam. How insane would this be? What if like the grand finals was the best of 11, and instead of like having a traditional like map set in terms of like map order, it would be like each team picks what map mode like is played. So like you like take turns. So like let's say FaZe OpTic. FaZe picks map 1 is. If FaZe's best map is a search and destroy, they start the series on a search and destroy. If OpTic's best map is hypothetically a control, it goes to a control. Like it, like you, or it could be multiple hard points if each team feels
That's
like
how
they're
it
hard
works.
points.
hell
What are they doing?
no,
That could-
no,
what they-
hell
that could be-
no.
There's what-
Wait, why not?
they
That
do-
would be
That sounds
insane.
horrible.
You could
bro.
have double hard
Because you-
points.
yeah,
We
Yeah,
could
yeah,
have
because
three,
you
bro.
play-
You could. That's where the shit teams just pick S&D every fucking
Yeah.
time to just try and
It's
fucking.
what they
Wait,
do
no,
in
but it's a
Overwatch. It's what they do in
grand final,
Overwatch.
and it's every map played. It's a grand final
Shit,
and every
just
map.
because
is
it's a
played.
grand final
but
doesn't
why
mean
would
it's still not a
why-
mismatch.
Here's the thing:
Well,
is
every map
I-
could
it's
technically
not a-
not be played.
It's not a horrific idea, but the problem is like I don't see why you would make the series concept
saying.
different from grand finals.
It was a
and
good.
any
It was a
other-
good try though, Chris. I
I'm just
respect.
saying,
I
it's
respect
different.
the
It's
effort.
different.
No,
It's something
yeah,
different.
something
I
different.
want
I
to put out
respect the effort for sure.
What?
Bro, I like
I'm-
2 best
I'm
of
content
5s.
with just a
That's it.
straight best of 9 or best of 11, dude. You the 2
Bro,
best teams in the venue. You
continuation.
have to be good at every map. You pull up to a best of 9 or a best of 11. You get your 1 veto and you fucking square up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be our game modes?
continuation.
Hardpoint, search, and right hardpoint for sure, search for sure, and then we just need what would be our middle game mode? I would probably
Sabotage.
say
Sabotage.
no bullshit like the CTF uplink idea that we had.
I mean, if
think
we're
that
You
playing
would,
can't do
uplink.
uplink because you're playing boots.
no, but
I'm
it's
playing
the
packs, I'm playing
CTF
uplink.
idea we had where there's a flag in the middle and you bring it to their base. It's kind of like the boots uplink.
Oh, the one neutral flag.
Yeah, I
I
think
still think
neutral. I think
Sabo
neutral
clears,
flag
bro.
would be good. Really good. Even JP Krez
COD
in the
4
chat saying
Sabo,
Sabo. I don't know. I don't know. If
Bro, do you
Sabo
guys
would
remember
bang.
the COD 4 Sabo rules?
Sabo
Like,
was fun, but overtime was
Well,
unbelievable.
yeah, there was
yeah,
like there was a
you
2-hour
make
Sabo match on
You
a
just
hanger.
make a normal OT, but like, bro, Sabo like MLG Sabo rules were godlike, bro.
That
Can't
Gridiron-
sabotage
Gridiron
end
is
too,
not
and
gonna
like,
be a
bro,
thing.
can't
It's
it
never gonna
end in
work.
like 20 seconds?
No. You had to. How many, Chris? How many points did we play to? Did we play to 3? Like you had to win 3 rounds, or was
No,
it
it
you had
was-
to win 2
it
but
was
win by
2.
2?
No, I think it was just 2.
I'm down for the neutral bomb. I'm down for neutral bomb instead of it being a flag
wonder
like
how that
neutral
would
bomb
work.
where you have to
Well,
bring it
it-
and plant it like Halo.
Well, either way, we can't even
That'd be
like talk
fire.
about that because we never actually played those maps. So what do we do? So I think we just start from the top. Like, okay, we do hardpoint, S&D, CTF or control, depending on what we feel, because we're obviously doing a boots game,
And I think
and then
CTF
hardpoint S&D again.
CTF would probably be control. If we had like perfect maps, perfect rules, I think we'd probably take CTF over control.
Okay,
you know?
so we start from
Entire
top to
thing's
bottom.
about
What is
making the perfect
what
thing.
what is the best hardpoint we can have for game 1? It's got to be raid. It's like it's literally been on like every game, right? Raid hardpoint first overall.
I'm down for
Sure.
raid hardpoint first overall.
I don't think there's another map or mode that comes close or for game 1.
All right, let's
Oh,
write it
BO2
down.
Maps. That's so
mean, it's-
depressing. It's just all BO2.
Nah, it won't be. It won't be.
I know, but just like the quintessential best maps ever, just all in one
What
game.
what is the best S&D map that we can have?
Overgrown S&D.
What?
Overgrown would be
Overgrown.
crazy.
Overgrown was godlike.
This guy,
Oh,
what?
God,
Cap,
S&D,
cap.
baby.
Overgrown.
Overgrown was
Overgrown had to be
godlike,
crazy.
bro.
Not Charlie.
I'm
You
gonna
had to,
throw-
you had
I'm
to
gonna
call the cross. You had to smoke the bridge.
Wait, we gotta pick like a
Overgrown
ghost
was
map,
godlike.
right?
Yeah, I was gonna pick a ghost map.
It's
I was
gotta be
gonna
like,
say-
Every say
Warhawk.
in the chat.
Warhawk is a fire
Chat-
map, bro.
chat saying Warhawk.
Fire
I
map.
like that.
Warhawk.
Ghost
Down
best
for
S&D of all time.
Warhawk, 100%, bro. That map is insane.
I don't know if I ever lost Warhawk S&D, but I'm still taking Overgrown.
God damn it, dude. Wait, could you snipe on that, Pat, or no?
Yeah, dude. People
I'm
were
hitting that
sitting,
cross map for
people were
sure.
holding the cross with the 50
Yep.
cows, bro. You had to hit like a money smoke so they couldn't see you.
That's the good shit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about wallbang walls.
Yeah, I
Top
like
Gun, he's
got a
Sovereign
cow.
S&D. I like Sovereign S&D.
Sovereign's a
Sovereign
good
was
shout.
cheese, bro. People started sitting top fucking
The
computers with a
Bulldogs.
bulldog, bro.
Nah, that Bulldog is G8 though in this in this sense. It's G8.
And then
Alright.
and then defense would ride the fucking robot to get top.
That was
fucking-
fire though. That was
Yeah, that was
fire.
good.
That show
All
was
right,
good.
third game mode, map and mode. It can be either control or CTF, depending on.
Sabo, District Sabo. I could play that all day.
Yeah, District
District
Sabo.
Sabo.
Yeah, what
That was a
about
map, holy
what about Octane S&D?
Nah.
No,
Ah,
I don't know,
that
guys.
shit.
Octane sounds kind of fire.
It's fire, bro. You used to have the sniper battles on the cross and shit.
Strike S&D. Strike S&D.
Strike S&D
For
is
sure.
yeah.
This
I
is
think
the
Strike.
boomer
Strike
list.
S&D is a great
I,
shot.
I think Strike S&D is really good. I think what MW2 maps did we have for S&D? Terminal was a really good S&D map.
Karachi.
Wait, Karachi was a godlike S&D
Strike was
map.
better than Karachi.
I think
so?
Strike S&D was godlike. Strike S&D is
Strike
also
S&D was very good.
Strike S&D is also a big map that a lot of people in the pro mod scene loved. That map has a lot of.
What's our
montages
third
on it,
game
bro.
mode, bro? What's our third game mode?
I mean, it depends. It's one map. We pick one map, and it can't be an uplink. Well, all right,
Bring
so
CTF.
let's take a look at. Well, I don't think we can pick that because it's jetpacks. What are the best CTF boots maps?
Slums.
There's
Fucking-
we're looking at BO2, MW3,
Yeah.
MW2,
CTF.
World War II,
No.
and what other
Nothing from
map
World
had
War
it?
II.
Yo, listen.
CTF.
Frequency
Nothing from World War
CTF
II.
could be kind of fire.
Now, but we have to have a node
Frequency
map, Tom.
CTF.
Tell me that wouldn't be fire right now.
It
Just
might
think
be.
about it.
CTF.
Just think about
It
the
might-
layout of the map
actually, it might
and
be.
tell me that wouldn't be fucking fire.
Yeah,
That
I
actually,
think
no, that might be.
I'm spitting right
It'd be
now.
interesting how deep the
Hot-
spawns are, but the point would be like pretty much the first spawn.
Scrapyard CTF was probably the best in MW2.
Yeah, Scrapyard CTF
Yeah,
is
but
kind
out
of
of my
it
area
could
of
also
expertise.
be a mega spawn trap though.
That was what made it good.
Yeah, but so it's like
Bro,
four
I remember,
CTF.
I
Like,
remember.
So was
bro,
every third
listen,
game
So
mode
it's,
ever.
so
I
it's
would-
London Docks.
So
You got
was
London
every
bro,
third game mode
bro,
So
ever.
is Texas.
Listen,
Like,
Did
you
any
keep
of you-
going.
Hold on, I would sit on white wall. Teep would be on tractor, and
Lord.
Juggernometry would be running marathon lightweight, just running relays, bro. Running relay. Juggernometry.
I
Put some
think-
respect on his name.
Did any of you
Smoked
guys?
IXI.
Did any of you guys?
MW2 champs.
I know Pat didn't really
Jesus
play Modern
Christ.
Warfare
Yeah,
3
who the
too
fuck
much.
is that, bro?
Did any of you guys play MW3? Because I think
no.
I think
was
Arcade
sniping.
and
Yeah, I
think
played it
Arcade
until
and
they did. I
CTF.
played it till
I
they
was
didn't have a
sniping back
LAN, and MLG goes, "We're not supporting this title this year."
No,
Who
Arcade and
lost the D?
CTF is a good
Arcade
shout,
and
Chris.
CTF was a good one. I also, if we're gonna do like an MW2 map, what map was the least campy?
Yo,
in
what about
MW2
Retreat
CTF?
AW? What
Scrapyard,
about
what?
Retreat
Yeah,
AW?
Invasion, you could
Scrapyard.
camp.
I feel like Retreat could have worked as a
High
boots
rise, people camped hard
I
on
think
high rise.
I think Fringe was the most not jetpacky, boots map, or like you know what I mean.
Fringe was good, bro. Fringe is all
Fringe
time.
is just good
Fringe
on
is all
everything,
time.
right? Fringe, you could put Fringe in every game.
Fringe
I
is
think
all
we just
time.
throw. I think we just throw Fringe in SCTF just because I think it would have actually worked as a.
Fringe CTF was a very good map.
I think Fringe CTF would have worked as a boots map.
Wait, you know what was a good CTF
You just kind of
map?
reduce the map by like 20%. It'd be like.
Well, yeah,
perfect.
you cut some of the outskirts away.
Wait,
it'd
you
be
guys know
literally
what was a
perfect.
good S&D map that doesn't get the respect it
he's
deserves?
gonna say
What?
some shit. It's gonna be like Quarry.
Bootleg.
Yo, hard agree.
Bootleg.
Best map ever. Best map
Bootleg was
ever.
wait,
Bootleg's my
actually-
favorite map ever.
Wait, actually, Bootleg CTF was godlike too.
Bootleg's my
That's what I
favorite
just
COD
said.
map of
Can we,
all time, bro. That
can
map
we
is
add
godlike.
Hardpoint, do you want to add like standoff or what are our thoughts on standoff?
Nah,
No.
standoff is garbage.
Nah, standoff CTF was not that good.
No,
I'll
you
say,
said
I'll say for
hardpoint.
hardpoint.
I'm gonna go
Standoff
with the hot
hardpoint's
take here.
garbage.
As much as MW3 didn't
Ooh,
have
Doc's
land support, I think
hardpoint. I like that. I like
as much
the
as-
thing there
as-
from Lamar.
as much as
London Doc's
MW3,
hardpoint.
Lamar
is a good
loves
shout.
docs.
Nah, it's a
Yeah,
good
as much
shout
as-
though.
Lamar loves London docs.
Go ahead,
Doc's
Chris.
hardpoint is lit, bro.
as much as MW3 didn't have land and like that kind of year was a little bit weird for people, I think that had some of the best CTF maps
Was
in
Dome
like
CTF play?
like ever.
Was that a thing?
It was.
Is that
it
where you
was
had to turn around
Dome.
and nade your boys so you didn't spawn?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
in the
yeah,
corner?
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
What
Dome-
about
it
what about
was Dome
Summit Black Ops
lockdown.
1? Summit Black Ops 1. What do you guys
Map,
think?
nah,
Oh,
map
wait,
is map is
Hanoi?
ass. Map is ass.
You
bro.
didn't like it,
Hanoi
Flash?
is trash.
Mutation would sit on that
Oh,
fucking
bro,
tractor
we got a
and be
juggernometry and
unkillable, bro.
mutation, bro.
There's a
Like,
nade spot for
wait,
that
wait,
tractor though.
wait,
There's a nade
Sam,
spot for
Sam.
that.
bro, they were
Sam,
getting two pieces when
Mutation-
people in chat
no,
weren't
no,
even
no,
born
no.
yet.
No, Sam. Mutation was Octane before you. No,
No.
bullshit.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
there's only
no
been one
bullshit.
me, know that.
No bullshit.
There's
Now-
only been
he's
one
a,
me,
wait,
Pat.
he's a national champ, Sam.
That's
He's a
fine. I'm a
national
world champ.
That's the same thing
Ooh.
back then, though.
Oh, okay, fair. My bad.
Isn't he a two-time national champ?
Oh.
Mutation?
Yeah, because he got fucking lucky
Yes,
at
he did.
SW2.
Ah, shit.
Technically, he was a back-to-back.
That's actually
If you
insane.
don't count
Hey, you like that,
MW3.
JP? Thank you.
Yeah, you guys cool if I put frequency harp? I feel like frequency. You guys aren't talking about
Nah,
frequency is
nah,
godlike.
I like
Nah.
frequency. No,
Frequency is
Arsenal-
fucking
Arsenal-
godlike.
Arsenal or gritty. Nah,
Frequency would be
Arsenal or
great.
gritty for sure.
That map
If
is
we're going
lit.
BO4, it's Arsenal or Gridlock, 100%.
What other hard points
Oh,
were there?
Arsenal's a really
Bro,
good shout.
and now that
honestly.
I think about it, you probably couldn't break a single hill in that without specialist or like the abilities. Bro, like
Yeah,
all the
nigga, it
hills
was
were just in a room
Yo,
with
what about
doors.
solar?
Yep.
Solar wouldn't work on boots though.
Solar
Yeah,
wouldn't be a
this
good
is
big
If
front.
you didn't
Doc's
have
disrespecting
jetpack,
this on
if
the
you didn't have
boots front.
jetpack, it's chalked, bro. So it wouldn't work with our movement. We have Cold War movement, so it wouldn't work.
Noodleplex
Arsenal-
slept on for sure.
For sure.
Not
What
the
other
Nubplex.
BO2 hard points? No.
Wait.
Yo.
I have an S&D we gotta lock in.
All right,
Liberty.
Gridlock.
Yup.
Gridlock.
Yeah.
S&D.
Black Ops
I
1.
love- I
TDM,
love
straight
that. I love
TDM,
thinking-
BO4, TDM and
What?
showers.
Gridlock S&D was putrid,
Yeah.
bro.
Wait,
bro, you
no,
don't like the
I'm not
ICR
talking
wall
about
bangs?
BO4. I'm talking about BO1, bro. The snow map.
Wait,
What?
What map
That
was
was
that?
not a map.
Wait, y'all
That's-
didn't play Black Ops 1?
I played Black Ops
That
1.
was not called
That wasn't
Gridlock.
Gridlock. It was
Wait.
called Grid.
Oh, grid. There you
Grid.
go.
Oh, you're with the
Grid.
hangers.
I
You know
added
the
some
hangers?
words, bro. No,
Wait,
it
what
was
map
grid.
is that?
Grid.
Yeah, the hangers on the like the
Yeah,
I know
in
what
the
you're talking
back of the
about.
map.
Yeah, the two trucks in the middle.
Yeah, you had the buildings.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
didn't play
Grid.
Grid?
No,
Yo,
this
I was gonna
man
say
is-
Gridlock. You're
Grid
tweaking.
was godlike.
I didn't
Yo,
know what the
Pat
hell you
is-
were talking about.
Pat is throwing out
Yeah,
the boomer
this is
references
it.
for this.
This is it.
This
bro.
map
That's
is fucking
godlike.
horrible, bro.
I hit a quad
No,
on
Nah,
that.
this map
bro.
was godlike.
MW3 bootleg S&D, bro.
I agree. Hard agree. I hit a quad on this map when I was 9 years old. I was screeching in the game chat.
Wait. Here's another one. Underground S&D was fucking fire.
No, that
one
map
will tell
was
me
the
other.
train
Wait, is that the-
station.
is that the
That
train
map was
station one?
garbage.
What? That map was good. What? That map was so good.
That
for
map was good
Surge.
if you like the
I like that
camping
map in
corners
GBs.
and
Wait,
That
that,
map
was,
in GBs was
that
fun.
map in GBs was so fun. There was a lot
I
of
like the map in GBs.
there was a lot of like nerdy routes and like nade spots you could
Wait,
do.
wait,
like,
hold on. I'm about to test y'all. If you don't know this, then
There it
we
is.
got
Damon,
problems.
Damon knows.
No way Damon liked Underground.
Bro,
That's a
Listen,
Damon
bro.
vouch. That's a Damon vouch.
Listen, bro. Courtyard CTF.
Oh, we're talking World of War.
would
Holy
be
shit.
Courtyard
insane.
We're
CTF would
talking
be
World
lit.
of War.
Bro,
No,
Google
Courtyard actually worked in S&D though. That worked
No,
in
Courtyard was a
Surge,
hell
though.
of a
Yeah,
map,
it
though.
did.
I
Bro,
like Courtyard.
I know people hated World at War, bro. Some of the maps
Nah,
in
the
World
maps
at
were
War were
good.
some of the bro
There's some
upheaval.
bangers for sure.
They were good.
Bro, upheaval.
Castle? I love
Dude.
Castle. I'm actually so bummed we
Castle
didn't
was
play that in
good.
Vanguard. I was so bummed we didn't play it.
Castle was ruined in the new remakes
I'm
because of
so
the wall banging. The walls
and the
like-
top 3 fucking building bullshit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could do that in the old one, but everyone just
Wait,
started.
I remember
Damon's in the
Courtyard.
chat. Damon's in the chat.
No, Courtyard was
Yo,
good.
Hangar might have been the best map of all time.
I
Wait,
loved Hangar.
Hanger? What was Hanger? It was World
Hanger
War
was
Map, right?
fire.
It was literally a
Bro,
massive
I
hanger.
played-
It was like an airplane hanger.
I played COD 4
Here's
for
a good
2
picture.
years.
That was Courtyard right there. This
Yeah.
I
one.
remember that map.
Yeah,
I remember
Bro, that
yeah.
map is
Alright.
fucking
Look
lit.
up Hanger,
bro.
Tom. Hanger was a good ass map.
Hangar might be the best of all.
Which map is that
I hit
from?
some Hanger,
Hanger,
World at War.
World at War.
I don't remember that one.
Bro,
I had
Hangar
some
was
bangers on that one.
insane, bro.
I remember with the
Hanger.
picture because I did
I was
play
literally
it.
9 years old running
it.
worlds in these games.
Oh, I remember that was a good map.
Yeah,
Okay,
Hanger
okay, I
was
do remember
big.
this. Yeah, I
Hanger
do
was
remember
good.
this. Yeah.
Wait, that map was fucking dope,
Yeah.
dude.
This is kind of like a speedball map.
Wait, Tom, you're looking at Kill House from COD
You're,
4.
brother,
you're
you're
looking at the
tweaking,
wrong one.
baby.
Hangers on the left, Tom.
I was gonna
He's
say
looking
this
at-
shit look like a
Tom, you're
speedball
tweaking,
map.
baby.
Kill House.
Wait, which one are you
Tom, look
looking
at the. It's on the
The
far
one on
left.
the
And look at
This
the center
one?
row far left. Or center row far left. You can see that's the whole the overview.
Yeah.
The overview.
Jesus.
That's
I
the
don't,
overview.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
this
I don't
is
remember
Hanger,
this
bro.
map, bro. I don't
This
remember this
Hanger.
map.
This map was so good, bro. I remember it now.
Holy shit,
Oh
we're
wait,
down the
did
pipe.
this have? Nah, I have no idea what this is.
We're down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we are down the
Hangar
rabbit hole
was
right
there.
now.
Wait, hold on, Tom. Go to YouTube real quick.
All right.
Oh,
Go
God,
to
bro.
YouTube.
Here
Ace
we go.
versus
Type in- no, no,
Juggernautry
no, no, no.
2002
Nah,
great
type in
fights.
Hangar World at War gameplay, bro. Let's just marvel at this absolute beaut.
Let's take a look here.
I don't
Right
even know
Hanger.
if people had capture cards back then.
They were recording their TVs
Right
with their
there, first one,
tripods.
Hanger.
Oh,
is
the
the
Thompson,
dazzle.
the Thompson,
Oh
bro.
my
Oh, shit.
God, bro, you can't beat
The
this.
Thompson was crazy.
Although he's got left foot on.
Oh,
that
he's
was the garbage.
cheesing. He's cheesing
This
with
map
the
was so
Thompson.
good, bro. Wait, you whipped out
Oh
a
my-
bro? You pulled out a PTRS off spawn right here,
Bro.
quad bang.
Yo, y'all
Holy
can't
shit,
tell
what a
me
time.
this was not the best.
Nah,
of the
this was a
best, bro.
pub. This was the best pub game ever, bro. This shit was
Ever,
godlike.
ever.
in
Yeah, this
pubs.
pub game was good.
Yo,
I don't
you know-
remember
you-
this map though.
Y'all know Doug was no bullshit #1 on the public, like the world leaderboards in this. Censored?
Really?
Yeah, he played
out, Doug.
so much pub. He was Dougie Fresh.
That's a good
Played
thing.
more pubs than
Great.
That was
username.
him. That
Great
was
Yeah,
him.
Great
yeah, Doug was
username,
Dougie
bro.
Fresh,
What
bro.
the
Oh, a
fuck?
great
he-
fucking username.
Bro,
That
he
has
oh
was,
my
no
he
god.
idea. Fuck,
was,
Chris got
he
no
was the
idea.
9th prestige. He stayed at that red prestige, and he
That's
just
the
played
good
nothing
shit.
but pubs, bro. Dougie Fresh.
We gotta add Courtyard to S&D, bro.
The
Courtyard
Courtyard's
was
godlike.
good.
Gridlock.
War or was it?
Take off
was it
Gridlock
War on
SD,
that
bro.
map? There was War on one
It's not
map. of World
called.
of War,
First
that was
off, it's
crazy.
not called Grid. It's called Grid, not Gridlock. Take that
Yo,
off.
no bullshit. Call of Duty should just merge all 3 studios, remake every single map that they've ever had,
Dead
and
ass,
just make
That's what they
the
do
Call
in
of
COD.
Duty.
That's what they do in COD Mobile, bro. They got all the best.
That
shots
ass
in
is
COD
what they do in
Mobile.
COD
shit.
Mobile.
Nah, whoa,
Yo,
COD
Terminal
Mobile doesn't
CTF
have
is a good
Courtyard, bro.
shout. Terminal CTF is a good
Nah,
shout, bro.
boot. Nah, Terminal got really campy. It was like, it was kind of dog.
It's
I'm not gonna
nostalgic.
lie.
It's nostalgic.
I
doesn't
think
make it
this is
good,
a
though.
W map. I think this is a W map set.
This is a W game, bro. If COD just did this would be crazy, bro. They
Yeah,
took the
Damon went-
Cold War movement,
Yeah.
Black Ops 4
Arcade.
title.
Everybody
CTF
would be
was-
fucking back, bro.
You know
Yo,
what
Tom
I'm
really
saying?
snuck frequency hardpoint onto that hardpoint list.
Bro,
Tom,
wow.
Tom,
Bro.
Tom, when you come back for this
Alright, I'll
game,
One of
remove
these is
it.
not like the others.
Listen, I'll remove it. Are you for real? Are you for real?
No,
I
bro,
actually
frequency
think
is
that
not an
game-
all-time hardpoint map.
Man, really? I love that
No.
map, bro. That map is
I think
fucking awesome.
I think frequency in like a boots game might actually work. Okay.
I mean, that's fine, but it's not an all-time hardpoint map.
All right, so how's this?
We're building
How's
an
this
all-time
look? How
map.
does this look?
I mean, it's fucking our list. Like I think frequency would be lit.
This looks pretty good.
Whack.
Huh?
It
This
would be
looks
lit.
fucking
No,
good.
just conceptually, like it's a hardpoint map. It's good.
It would work.
All right,
Yeah.
clip it, ship it. That's our list right there. We did it for you,
Done.
Tomo boy. We did it for you. You know what I mean? Boom. Talk about
Yeah,
the
we were looking up
anti-cheat. That shit
hanger
doesn't
fucking
work.
gameplay. Holy shit.
Do you
Bro,
think if
you go back
salaries and prize
watch World
money,
at War, bro, that game was
That game is godly,
lit.
bro.
It was fun.
Yeah.
do you think if salaries
And
and
before the
prize money
Juggernaut
takes a
abuser.
significant dip post CDL, will it lead to lower or higher competition?
I think
Lower.
I think it's an interesting question. It depends on if the knowledge, institutional knowledge, disappears. Like if all the same players are still playing, there'll still be a gap because there's all that experience and like know-how and how to navigate team situations that will create some form of gap. But yes, like
Bro, the
there will
problem
be
is
people not
It's just
participating.
gonna go to, like, what it was in
yeah,
2019.
salaries and prize money. Like, bro, think about this, and this is not talked about enough. The entire reason that like the old heads back in the day retired wasn't because they were not good. It's because the money wasn't enough to sustain living as you became an adult. And so if prize money and salaries got massively cut, right? Let's just assume it's massively cut. These players that are now 25, 26, 27, 28, getting up in age, Like, bro, you gotta like, yes, you're gonna have a nice nest egg, but like, you're gonna want money. And if you're like the best FPS player in the world, you're gonna go to another esport. Like, why would you not? If you're gonna make more money there, or if it's just so low that's like, I just think people would stop playing. That's what happened back in the day. Like, bro, Fear Assassin was always godlike. It just wasn't enough money as he got older.
Or more people would have to start investing in doing other things outside of just the game, like, or outside of competitive, like doing YouTube or like Twitch and like trying to build something there and like investing in that.
That's crazy though, Pat. Like that you just said that, right? Like Assassin was really good. He just never continued to play to the point where it was actually like you.
Bro,
can make
a lot
money
of the
from
old
it.
COD 4 players, like they were in their early 20s. Like, and you had no salary, and the prize money was, you know, I mean, fuck, Pac-Man and Fear won a national championship and won 2K. Like, they were the best team in 08 and won $2,000 each.
I mean, you're seeing it with Halo. There are guys who've been playing for fucking forever, and they're still on top teams in Halo. Like,
but Halo at least still has, like, from what I've heard, some decent salary, like decent enough money. But like, dude, back then there was none. And so like, we're talking about if it got massively cut, where you're making like couple grand like max a month, and you're relying on winning everything to like not be profitable, but like actually make a living, then yeah, I mean, I see the competition getting much lower.
I mean, I don't know what people are getting paid, but like I can't imagine like that these people, like, it's going to get cut down to that low of a point.
Yeah, I was just
I think people are making insane amounts of money. Like, I don't think, like, I think, like the way
that's
you're
not
putting
the
it,
norm. That's not the norm, though.
It's
the
not the
norm is
norm.
not like 300 grand.
But y'all,
across the league.
but y'all even got to think. And I think, Tom, if you want to bring this up, because I think this was pretty accurate to most people. I made a tweet about like the salary progression year to year. Like, bro, before 2017.
You have it?
Yeah, let me go to my Twitter. Before 2017, bro, like you weren't making enough money on salary.
It's not gonna get to that level,
IW,
though.
where like everyone started making 4K a month.
It's not gonna get to that level there, bro. Like, as low as I can see it getting is to like top end as high as you get top end 5 figures, like low 6 figures. Like, it's still gonna be like, if you are someone who is 18, 19, like the alternative between like a entry-level job, college entry-level job, or
bro, it's literally gonna be what Tom and I were making.
It's still gonna be like a.
It's gonna be the exact.
People.
It would be the exact same situation as what Tommy and I did when we progressed through the salaries. Like, as the years went on up into franchising, it'd be the exact, like, the quote-unquote massive cut would just be back to 2017, 2018, 2019. Like, that is a sustainable living. We were making good fucking money. I think the franchising had just pushed the average so far. Like, the bubble had just exploded so much to the point where it was unsustainable for the orgs, not unsustainable for the players.
From my perspective, like, there obviously, and we've talked about it with Tom's situation and John's situation, like, there were superstar players getting paid bank. What I think, to your point, happened, Sam, is in the first year of CDL, is people that I would consider role players were making like 300K, and that
he made 400 grand on Seattle.
That's trend stocks,
bro. He made a fun when he make his YouTube. How much money did I make on Seattle? It was an unreal amount of money.
The Nub was cashing out. You gotta respect
Nub was cashing.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I know, I saw Hector just talking about this on, like, one of their podcasts or stuff, about him and, like, how much Seth asked for something, like, in, the
World War II?
Yeah, what,
16K?
Yeah, he was asking, like, 16K. I was like, damn, Seth should ask for way more than that.
Tom's making more money than Skunk.
I don't think,
he should have made way more.
Bro, but I don't think OpTic was getting salary back then. Like, before, like,
I remember
having this combo. Yeah, I remember having this combo with Krim. Like, I don't even think OpTic got salary until that IW year. Like,
yeah, Dynasty, I think, pushed it because it was pretty much like, yeah, well, you stay in the house. Like, there's other ways to make your money, prize money, etc. I think once that team became very good as a unit, I think they had to leverage then to get a salary, because it's just like, well, we can just win somewhere else. You know?
Yeah, but like, OpTic didn't pay salaries. They paid the, like, we give you the brand to make you know content with.
Add 2020 to that list.
I mean,
yeah, why didn't he add 2020? Why didn't he add 2020?
Pat, what year did you buy your GTR?
2019. If you scroll up, I think, Tom, because I replied, CDL Intel only asked for CWL era.
They did.
What? Yeah, they're exposing.
Yeah. Salaries during the CWL era, not
Well,
CDL
technically,
era.
Sam was exposing on a stream. That's why they were quoting it. But
Oh yeah. We were
Sam.
because we were talking because like I was trying to
Wait, Sam, hold on. Let's go into a live listening with Sam LaRue. What did he
a
say?
live
bro?
listening.
Hold on.
It basically just doubled every year.
I think
We're
we
like-
went, bro. I'm trying to remember my salary
Okay,
back then on
listening.
those teams. I think
Live
for like
listening.
Rise, it was like $2,000 a month, and then LG it went to like 45 a month. And I think
Wait,
at
what
that World War II was LG, so it was 45 a month. And then OpTic I got matched that year, and then Tom got that deal,
picture
and then
was
I joined
so
100T.
bro.
And I think I was on like 10 a month.
that's bad.
something
My
like that.
Rise contract was 5K a month, and then E6 gave me 8K.
Wow,
a month,
you're getting
and then I
underpaid,
left
Sam.
E6
Hey, you
for
were.
Rise.
We know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I will not say is.
Damn.
I went from
It's not
I made,
fine,
I
right?
made up for it in
20K.
franchise.
Fair enough.
That's nuts, bro.
Shout out to Surge.
That shit was fucking hilarious. That shit was great. Yeah, that story is still crazy, bro.
It's crazy, bro. Pat literally robbed LAG blind, bro.
Not really.
Nah, that's insane.
What do you mean not really? What do you mean not really?
Nah, he definitely robbed him blind a little bit, but it's a good. Listen,
You got your
Wait,
bag.
Slay,
They
it's
put
a
it
good
in
business.
top two
Slay, it was a
bucks.
good business
That's
move. It was a
big
good business
business.
move for
Wait,
sure.
yeah, nah. See, this is what I hate. This is what I hate,
Ah,
bro.
here we go.
Because people be looking at it like, Ake just got a bunch of money. Y'all don't know how much I did. Think about it. LAG had no front office. Alex
Yeah.
Rubens wasn't even there yet. It was me and Michael Neary and Josh Kroenke. That was it. And
Yeah.
there
Let
was
him know,
conversations
Slay.
we had. I set it all up, bro. I found all the apartments that we're gonna be living at. I got the whole squad. If I could go back and show y'all emails, like I really
Yeah,
did
you
it
got the
all.
whole
Pat, hey,
squad.
know what's
Pat,
crazy,
I wanna-
Pat?
I really
You
did.
left,
I
you
wanna-
left
I
Pat
wanna-
and the
I got-
ship sank. Look
I
at
want
that.
to ask a follow-up question, Pat. When did you start actually like scrimming and playing the game as a team?
Like December, bro. Here's another thing though. Like, and
Okay.
this is what's
My-
sad,
my-
bro.
OpTic did the same shit. To
I
be
rest
fair.
my
OpTic
case,
did the
Your
same
Honor.
shit.
Bro, this is what's sad. The fucking I don't know how many of us went to Activision that off-season and played Modern Warfare 19, bro.
It was a lot of people.
It was
Yeah,
horrible.
we sat in an Activision basement for 3 days in a row, and we were like on pen and paper, bro. We wrote like multiple notepads full of feedback. The hard points we were playing had 20 hills on every rotation.
It was insane.
wild.
Y'all got
The-
arc lock from 20
Bro,
to like
the,
5 though.
The
Hey.
bomb sites were in the worst locations in search. Like there was so much wrong with the game, it wasn't even funny. And how much feedback we wrote, and we were being told to our faces, like, yeah, this is actively gonna get changed. Like in the first update, all this is gonna get changed. Like we're gonna have the game that should be suited for competitive, and the shit just never came. Like so, we to our faces were being told all this was gonna happen. We literally play tested in Santa Monica for 3 days in a row, wrote notepads of shit, drew diagrams. I remember J-Caps got terrible handwriting, by the way. We were sitting there going over
wasn't-
like writing shit on notepads, and
Didn't
bro, they're like,
Chris Crowder give them like a hard point like fucking
yeah,
synopsis?
Slasher was. Bro,
Yeah.
we had like every important Call of Duty player to date almost there, and they're like, yeah, it's all gonna change. And so when I signed to LAG and our whole team is moving, like we were going to LA. Saints couldn't get to LA for a little bit. Same with Aqua. So like everyone was moving, and we're just like, all right, well, we're just gonna wait for the the big update that's supposed to fix everything. Spawns were garbage, and then and while we were moving and stuff, and then that update just never ever came, and the game was dog shit, and then that was
Spider-Man?
basically
Does it
it.
ever occur to you guys that
That's
like
crazy.
beyond the update part, you guys kind of gave yourself like a month less to like learn the maps, angles?
No, we didn't care about
timings?
that, bro. This was the problem. We were, I think, at this time, us and OpTic were the only OpTic LA were the only two teams that were pinned to LA, and so we were getting world starred in scrims, no matter what. Like, bro, we went to that Minnesota event and we sat down in the pro lounge and scrimmed Empire on every single map and didn't lose a single map.
Damn.
Well, hold on.
Illy-
They also
Illy-
they
no,
had
no,
on
hold on.
trophy smoke,
Hold
bro.
on,
Like
hold
they
on.
were fucking
Illy-
trolling.
Illy was literally walking over to us after we absolutely world starred them in the pro lounge and was like, bro, what sensitivity are you guys on? Like, no, bullshit.
way.
No bullshit. No
way.
My bad,
bullshit.
Ender.
Like,
Because they
and-
had their
No
best
way.
player running trophy
it
smoke
doesn't-
in that
it
event,
doesn't-
bro.
it doesn't matter,
They had
bro.
trophy smoke.
Bro, it
What
doesn't
are we
matter. The
doing?
point is, we were world starring Empire.
What do you mean?
We play the first series against Minnesota, and if you guys remember, we world star on first map, get forfeited after we win the fucking S&D. So we would have
Wait,
beat
what'd you get
Minnesota.
forfeited for?
Bro, Andy had hardline on because he used the default.
That's
Bro,
How
right.
do you
he
remember
used-
that? I
That's a good
remember
story.
that.
He
Story.
used the
That's right.
default sniper. It got like one killed it, never got streaks because streaks were
Yeah,
disabled.
Yeah.
And fucking
Yeah,
we
yeah, I
after winning the
remember
map 6-2, Spencer comes on stage. Yeah, you're gonna have to forfeit that map. What? and then we get like we basically lose the rest of the series, and then we smoke Florida the next day. So bro, we were going from getting world starred online, playing late, to going on LAN, world starring Envy in the pro lounge, should have went 2-0 against Minnesota and Florida and going home. And we would have been like, bro, that would have been an entirely different season for us because you guys remember, bro, Modern Warfare 19 on PS4s or whatever we were on back then, bro. Like if you were pinned to LA in that game, you were just getting smoked.
Yeah, you didn't have a server.
You didn't have no. There weren't even servers. We were
There was-
hosting back
yeah.
then, bro. You were just getting world starred. Like it just wasn't
Really?
fun.
We didn't have servers back then.
I mean, you
Jesus.
also.
not
I mean, the
scrimmable ones.
problem with that
True.
season
Oh,
is the
scrimming, for
fucking event
scrimming, yeah.
formats were horrific, bro.
Yeah, we
Like,
did
it's the
server
worst-
videos, Chris. You don't remember that?
You guys got
bro,
top 8.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
saw the schedule, and it's like, oh, you're never playing a real tournament. You're just playing show matches for
Yeah.
fucking whatever. Yeah, it was horrible, bro. We played 2 of those, and then the team basically just imploded because, and I mean, I don't even care nowadays because all those guys are idiots and none of them are in the league. But
Damn.
Sheesh.
but like,
Damn,
bro,
son.
people were just stupid back then.
Well,
Period.
all I'll say is you actually gave Sam's team like an actual like game 5.
Oh
win.
yeah, LAG
Bro,
coin.
we would have beat them too if
LAG
fucking
coin.
Yuli ran mid-map 5-5 on defense and got blooded by Damon sitting in a corner, bro. So like,
Shut up,
Good
Damon.
play,
Good
Damon.
play.
Good play,
That's a
Barlow.
veteran play. That's a veteran play.
S&D, bro.
That's a veteran play, Demon. Good shit.
It's a great play. Yo, some other questions are coming in. Somebody said, Pat, this would be a good question for you. How quickly should a team blow it up this year? How quickly?
ASAP.
What do you
Listen,
mean
if you're
ASAP?
not-
You don't
if
want
you're
them to
not
play
in
at
the
all?
top 4, bro. If you're not
There's
in
too
the
much
top 4
talent.
and you're getting world starred, yeah, make
There's
a
too much
better
talent,
team.
So
bro.
when's that line?
ASAP.
How fast? How fast? Like 2 weeks in, a month in, 2 months in? Like, what are you thinking?
Nah,
As
you need
soon
to-
as you're getting smoked in scrims, Tom.
Nah,
For
we
real?
Nah, that's a what?
Bro, here's my
Scrim.
problem, bro. We talked about this. We talked about this in the offseason when some of these teams were getting formed, bro. Like, we obviously know the top 4 is the top 4.
No way.
But like some of the teams that the 5th through 8th teams signed are dog shit. Like,
Name them.
bro, combine your best players and just make at least like a 5th, 6th best team. Like, I don't understand why like one good player is on the 7th team with 3 other bad players. Like, bro, they should have
They just
they should have
people-
been some more collusion, bro, and got with the good players.
It's just the way people
'Cause-
build teams, man. I don't know. The way people build teams
it's
now
crazy.
is just.
Nah, you
They're
can't
just
blow
playing
it
with
up
their-
based
They're
on
just playing with their
scrims.
friends, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, but okay, ASAP. Why do teams not care about content? Okay, I'll start this one off. To be fair, right? I see a lot of people were always bitching about this. There are people on Reddit, people on Twitter. People always be like, teams don't make content. Nobody makes content. Yada yada yada. But there's been a lot of teams that have invested a lot of money into their content. And nobody watches.
Yeah.
And nobody watches it.
Bro, I think the one thing to say here, bro, is 2 things. One, not everybody wants to be a content creator. Like, straight up. Number one,
Like the
not
players,
everybody
the
wants to
players.
be a
Yeah.
not everybody wants to be on camera nonstop. Not everybody wants to just live that life and do that. And that's fine. The people that do, great. The people that don't, that's fine. The second thing is not everybody's good at content. Like, even if you want to do content, some people just aren't built for content. Like,
I watched Draza film a YouTube intro for 45 minutes.
yeah, and so it's like, bro, it's like, dude, there's been people.
Shout out Draza.
Here's the one thing I hate about the whole content perception, and that's like been in Call of Duty forever. Is like, oh, all you got to do is grind your content, and you'll eventually make it. Like, that isn't true. Like, bro,
That's not true.
I
Especially
know
not today.
so many people over the last year, 10, 12 years that have nonstop uploaded their whole journey, and it's like they never blew up. They never made it just because like Tom was great at content, Scump's great at content. Like, those people blew up. They like it worked, but that doesn't mean like that 10 other people didn't try the exact same path and just didn't make it. Like, didn't make the content grind work. And so it's like, and that goes for everything in life, right? It's not just content, but it's like, one, if you're not made for it, and 2, if you just don't want to do it, or 3, you tried it and you weren't successful. Like, it gets to a point of like where you're just like, all right, this is not sustainable for me to do. Like, I'd rather spend my time doing something else. And it's that simple. And I think there's like a weird Call of Duty, especially because of how much fans have really gotten to see the inside of professional players' lives. That's not in many esports, right? Like at least
That's
for
what makes
the
COD
longest,
great, though. To be
at least
fair.
for the longest time, like bro, you didn't watch other professional teams scrim. You didn't get into some of this like day-to-day stuff like Call of Duty had, and yeah, that's what made Call of Duty great to an extent. But it's like I think they got spoiled to a point where you expect it from everybody, and I just don't think that's realistic. Like straight up, I just don't think it's realistic. And
Well, that's
I
just
don't.
like a whole other conversation.
I think,
including, like OpTic.
yeah,
I
and
also think when they-
I think
all of that.
also,
Go
I
ahead,
think
Ben, go
also,
ahead.
like I'm gonna be straight up. There were a couple of orgs that for 2 years in the CDL were making dog shit content because the people making the content either had no idea how the COD scene worked or had terrible production values, and the
That's what I
content
was
itself
gonna
was
say.
like completely and utterly unwatchable.
Like I think a lot of it too, Ben, is like I agree with Pat. Like some players don't want to like do the content, right? Some of them are content creators, but I also think consistency is a big thing. I think a lot of teams would just be on and off with it, or even the players, right? Like some players that want to do content, like they don't do it every single day, and I feel like consistency is like the main thing with some of these orgs. They'll come out with one good video, like 1 week, and then 2 months will go by and there won't be another upload. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Bro,
If you remember that.
LAG won a championship and dropped a 2.5-hour documentary about it, brother. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
Lord of
New,
this ain't
New
Lord
York's
of the
champs
Rings,
one was
my
an hour
guy.
long, and people were
I'll-
bitching
Lord
about
of the
it.
Rings,
two and a
I'm
half.
like,
I'm
holy-
gonna be honest. 2.5 hours is fucking insane.
No,
That's
that's-
insane.
I don't know if it was
that's-
2.5
Wait,
hours.
but
It
here's
was definitely more
another
than an hour.
here's another problem with COD,
Like,
and
holy shit.
this, I mean, this to an extent can be said that like OpTic is like OpTic's not tied to this, but like forever, bro, fans cared about the players and not the teams, and I think that's one of the biggest downsides of our esport in general, and which is why this like business model, why teams struggle so much because at the core, bro, when you're a fan of the game and the scene, you pick players that you're tied to and not necessarily teams that you're tied to. And I think that's another reason that the franchise model was a failure, is because, bro, like we knew what worked and we knew how Call of Duty worked for the longest time. You can't just force the hand and be like, all right, you've been fans of the players forever. Now we're just going to give you a team in your
Now
city.
you love Seattle.
And yeah, you just have to. Yeah, that's the team we expect you to be fans of. Like,
That's
and
why
that
the
was
open
just
format
so
works so well.
unrealistic. It was just so unrealistic.
It was
that's
like
also just an issue with esports in general, because I feel like
That's
the
not
certain.
true.
Wait, what do you mean?
I think that a lot of other esports.
I think it's Call of Duty.
I think it's
because
very
of
Call of
how
Duty
much
specific.
how much players have invited fans
exactly.
into their world.
There, it's when you go from
Yeah, that's
esports to
true. That's
esport,
also true,
teams
yeah.
are you. It's much more common to be fans of teams than players. There are the exceptions
Really?
across
there are,
esports.
Yeah, okay, there are
But
exceptions.
when you go to things like Apex, there's TSM. You go to League, there's TSM. Fnatic, like there are actual
And-
fandoms, and that's also, I think, more of a cultural thing in North America as compared.
and there's also more
Europe.
loyalty
Okay.
to
Because
teams.
in Europe, I think that people will attach themselves in other esports to the teams before the players, and that is like South
But the-
America for
but the
Loud.
s-
I saw someone put in chat as well.
Yeah,
But
Loud-
Loud
I
is a
think
good
that's more of
shout.
a North America
the,
thing
the,
as
the stars
opposed to
stay on teams
abroad.
more though. Like there's a lot more like
That's true.
scopes on OpTic for a
That is
decade
true. I
type of
agree.
like
situation.
Imperial Hal on TSM for Apex.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that doesn't. I mean, how long has Simple been on Navi? Like
Yeah.
that's not as realistic in this game because everyone's trying to form the best teams. Like I guess
That's also
franchising
true.
slowed it down a little bit, but like back in like not only that, bro, you had orgs jumping in and out, right? Like
Yeah.
Complexity was in COD for 3 years, left, came back, left. Like there's been a lot of that over the years. So yeah,
COD has just filled that niche very well, and I think it's like I truly think that that's one of the main pillars of why COD has continued to quote unquote succeed today, is because like while it does come with a sense of entitlement, I think that like the accessibility of professional players is something that you will never have in another esport. Like you can go into someone's stream and be personable with them, as opposed to like fucking Hal. You're not gonna go have a conversation with Hal. You're not gonna pull up to Simple
Yeah.
stream and ask him how his fucking day was and why he jiggle peeked that in Banana. Like if you go into Tom's stream, he's gonna talk to you. If you go into my stream, I'm gonna talk to you. If you tweet me, I'll talk to you. Like
But I mean, there's some
it's
bigger
such a more
creators
personable
like,
esport than
Another
like,
if
downside
you're
too-
going to like Scum Chat, like you're still not going to cut through the void. So I don't know if
Well,
that.
I just think
Output
the
comparison
odds
is
of it
fair.
succeeding
well,
in
those
COD are
people
much
get
higher.
so big that it doesn't matter.
But
But
there,
what
but there
I'm-
are
what
other
I'm saying
creators
is-
and like other. I think the accessibility thing, Sam, to me is also events. I think back in the day,
Yeah,
the
that's
events
that
were
was my
so
next
small
point.
that you could have that interaction in person with someone. It wasn't like now where interaction with a pro is really taking photos outside the event. Like you could
Yeah.
legit have
You could bump
an
into them.
hour conversation with a pro if they were fucking in between games.
Dude, like
Also-
that
That's how it
ties back
works.
to the point that I made earlier about like how everyone would stay at the hotel. Like that kind of thing where it was a communal thing where you would see everyone at the bar on fucking Thursday night, we'd all hang out. On Sunday night, we'd all hang out. And then as soon as that franchising model hit, you only talk to your fucking team because everyone's at a different hotel and no one like that. Like that's the kind of thing that open
Practice
events
in your
had.
own room, not in a pro lounge.
You're not in a lounge with everyone fighting for stations. Like that's where the disconnect started, was like that franchise model from the bottom. And I think that, like, again, that accessibility to players and like the communal feeling of going to an open event and seeing all of these things was what made
Yeah, it's actually
Call of
so
Duty great.
different, Sam, how different events are now.
It was
Like,
immediate. It was
but-
immediate.
But you
Tom,
go
as soon
to
as
events
franchising
now,
hit.
they don't even feel the same anymore. Like events
No.
definitely don't
They
feel
don't.
what
They
they
don't at
used
all.
to be.
No,
like
no, that's
Bro,
okay.
Bro, the Black Ops 2 throwback felt more like an event that like we're used to than like any of these.
Yeah, you're
franchise
right. Yeah,
events.
Tom,
because
did
we
you
were all
go
there, same
to-
hotel, same everything.
Yeah,
We were all
chilling
vibing in
in
the
Tom,
same
you guys were
spot.
at the last year, the first event of the season in North Carolina in Raleigh. That event was the closest to a CWL event that I have felt in fucking years, bro. There was
Yeah.
there was stations in the back where everyone was at.
Yeah.
There was multiple games. Like it felt very CWL-esque, and it was like I walked in there and it was like refreshing. Like you guys were at
Yep.
the bottom of the escalators. Like it felt so good for the first event of this season. Plus there were challenger teams. It had that like open bracket atmosphere. It was such a
Yeah.
good, well put on event, and I wish we did those
Yo,
more.
Pat,
What-
I
what
went
about-
down
what
in
about,
the
like,
in the
the-
hotel, Pat. I went down. I saw Sloss and John smoking a cig out front. I said, bro, what are we in fucking
Yeah.
2008? This is fucking
Yeah.
fun. What's going on, guys?
The holiday Inn
Bro,
in Columbus, Ohio.
we
again.
talked for like 3 hours. No bullshit. We were just out by the fire
That's
pit,
the,
just talking
that's the
for 3
classic
hours.
right there. That's
And
the
I was
classic.
like, bro, like I even told him, I was like, I haven't like talked to anybody at an event like this in so long. Like every time I go to events now, everybody's off with their teams or like out at dinners or club, like doing their own stuff. Nobody really like
We
rekindles
talked about
anymore.
it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We just tried to force it to be more like professional sports, and that was just never what Call of Duty was or what esports was in general.
Esports
And
is,
so,
yeah.
I don't know.
um,
All I'll say is some of this is like, yes, to an extent. I don't know why the league never would like get a full block and then just give people the rooms on that and sort that out with the teams. That would have fixed some of that. But like major for this year, like everybody's basically staying at the same hotel for the most part. Like there have been events where we've gotten a similar vibe.
Yeah.
I also think like part of the reason you don't have it is because to your point, like people are pretty serious about doing that VOD review like the night before a match. So like before people just at the bar, they went back
Yeah.
and maybe they talked to the team the day before. Now people actually really want to prepare like accordingly for their matches. So like that's an
no,
element
that's
of it.
that's cap. That's cap because
What do you, why is that cap?
bro,
We're doing vibe back then.
yeah, like. Every
shit.
team that I've ever been on,
I was watching what Tom was
watched
doing.
VODs at
you
like
saw
the
it.
night before matches. Like we weren't just like, like the way you just phrased that was like everyone was just
We're
getting,
getting
hammered, not
hammered
giving
and
a
just
fuck
showing
about
up.
the event. Like,
It wasn't
So-
like that
that
at
is
all.
a
Some
pure
real
cap.
smoking
Tom's
cigs for
behind us
matches.
somewhere, bro. Listen,
Nah.
I'm 3 vodka juvies deep.
but what I'll say this Pat is yes, I think teams like you care, but I don't think every team watch VOD now. Like teams 1 through 12 in the CDL are like very particular about team dinners and like actually watching VOD. Like everybody's doing it as opposed to just some teams. I
think
will
the
say though,
teams
like
that had
caveat,
chances
I will
cared back
say
then.
I will say a caveat is remember old event formats, right? We had 3 matches on that first day, and then you played an open bracket team the next
Wow,
day, so
playing
you
more
maybe
than
can
once
really
a
like
day.
prepare for that one. Then you
Holy
wouldn't really
shit.
know you're gonna play winners round 1. So like that Friday night situation is a little bit harder because you don't know who
Bro,
the fuck
if
you're really playing
if
next
you
day.
saw somebody that you were playing the next day at the bar having drinks and shit, you're like, oh,
You're
we got
this free,
Yeah.
free.
Yo, we got this shit in a bag, bro. Like, let's
Free.
just go up, watch some VOD,
Or
and
we're
boom.
fucked because he thinks we are dog shit.
Yeah, or
That-
that.
But that is
bro.
true. That contributed to the vibe, bro. The fact that we had pool play, so like you would
Yeah.
play like you wouldn't really play anyone good until like Saturday or like Friday night. So people were that like Thursday, Wednesday.
Do you
was
guys
just super
remember
chill all
the
the time.
absolute fucking dagger match Saturday morning 9 a.m. the open bracket team
Dagger,
every
dagger,
time?
bro.
The a GGEA orange, bro. They were my warm up for fucking
GGEA.
4 years, bro. Saturday 9 a.m. sharp feature station, dude.
Nah, I
And
used
then
to.
you
I
play
used to
them at
lose
noon and you'll
full.
be fucking back at the venue at
Ah.
7, bro. You
Nah,
got like half
I
a day to
used to
kill.
lose full about those, bro, because certain teams, Sam, never had a 9 a.m. match against the open bracket team. certain teams.
Yeah.
Certain
Uh,
teams.
who we-
I
who
wonder
we
who you're gonna
accusing?
talk
Who
about.
we
Always
accusing here,
got the
Pat?
3 p.m.
Who are we
bro.
accusing here, Pat?
Listen, all I'm saying is you can go back. You can look at the esportspedia or whatever it is. Certain teams always got the 3 p.m.s, bro.
That is true.
Listen, bro, 9 a.m. was criminal. I'll never forget.
It was tough, bro.
World War II, we were playing 2Ks, 4Ks online. That determined whether or not you were in the bracket or not. So we
and I played again, dude.
and we had to go
lasted until 6 a.m. and Damon was host fucking me.
Yeah, exactly. So we were just getting host fucked online. We didn't make it into the bracket. We had to go through pool play the first event. And bro, we were
you
playing.
guys did do that.
Yeah, we got top
Oh,
4 that event. We
shit,
made like the
yeah.
biggest pool open bracket run
I
of all
forgot
time.
about
Or
that.
some
Wait, was
shit.
that was the bomb threat
The bomb
event,
threat
right?
event, because what happened is
Yeah.
Oh my
Tom's
God, yo.
team never actually, we didn't actually play on day 1, so they played 11 series in a row on
Holy
Saturday.
shit, that's typical.
10 or 11.
Yeah, we were getting
That's
up
wild.
hella early, bro. We were getting up super fucking early, like a zombie, bro. It was like holy shit. But we
Where
made
were
the
we for
run
that?
though. It was
Was
a
that,
long day.
Is that
Bro,
Fort Worth? I think that was the Dallas event.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
it
Dallas
was.
event.
It was
It
hot
was
as fuck.
Dallas.
Yeah, yeah.
It
But-
was Dallas 2017, the end of the
Yeah.
year, December.
My favorite
so
story
it
about
We
that
wouldn't
event,
finish till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. No
Sam,
bullshit.
you'd appreciate this story. My favorite story about that event is when the first bomb threat happened. So like we weren't like, obviously I was managing Tom and them, so like we didn't play yet. I was watching like Nick and Don and them play. They
So my
played one.
teammates almost fought each other.
Yeah, bro. They played one map. The bomb threat happens, and like they're still arguing about this fucking play. Like 30 minutes later, I'm like,
Yep.
this team is fucking shocked. They
Darren
haven't
and Nick
played
almost
one
stepped
event together.
outside
It's
and beat the
almost
shit out of
over,
each other.
dude. Like,
Yeah, you used to see some crazy.
You
You used to see some crazy shit backstage
it was-
of people
yeah.
arguing and shit.
Yeah,
There's
Nick and
some
Don
crazy
wanna-
stories, bro. Of like me just seeing pros like going at it, bro. Just
Wait,
yelling at
Don
each
and
other.
Brandon in World War II?
Yeah, Don and
Or
Brandon
not
was
BO4
funny.
in BO4
Don
Miami.
and Brandon was hilarious.
Oh
That one
my
was funny.
God,
I turned. They were
dude.
right behind me. I turned around. I was like, bro, what are they tripping? What is going on?
I was right there too. That was so.
Like
funny.
I'm mid map scrimming right now. We're going on stage soon. Like I'm getting
Yeah.
checked. The hell? But nah, good
Your
stuff.
job is getting checked. That's tough.
Bro, Pat,
It's a
didn't
good
you
episode,
pick
bro. This is a
somebody up or
nostalgia
something?
episode right
Pat,
here.
didn't you fight Paris? Didn't you fight Chris? Didn't you guys fight?
No, we did not fight.
Nah, you guys fought. Tell the
fought.
story
Guys
right now. I
never
want to hear the
fought.
story. What's the
There's no-
story, bro?
There's no story. I was just mad at Pat, and I approached him, and then we got in each other's face, and
Nah,
that was it.
yeah. What
What
happened?
was that,
Pat.
AW?
Yeah.
That was
Now we're
AW.
friends.
AW.
Now we're
Wait,
friends.
Wait,
What were y'all
bro,
beefing in AW for?
They were
No, I
beefing.
don't
They were
remember, bro. It was
beefing, bro.
stupid shit, bro. I was fucking.
Is that when?
we were
Is that when
dickheads,
on
bro.
FaZe? Is that when you guys were teaming?
No, we weren't on team. We
Nah.
weren't on the
Pat
same
team
team.
killed
we were
5-5.
we were not on the same team at that point.
Yo, speaking of, Nub ran into my nade. I got first blood, and then Haggy and Slasher could not win a
It's the
2v1.
same
I
follow-up
also,
every
I
time.
also
It's the
did
same
agree
follow-up
with
every
Ian
time.
to
I've,
the team that
I've heard
cheesed
this
us.
story from fucking
the same
Ian's
follow-up every
perspective. Is
time.
fucking incredible. I think we've run the course this episode. This
Also,
is
Yeah,
also
yeah,
Ian,
yeah.
Ian
This
was
is a good
like
episode.
Ian was
Yeah.
like 3-9, bro. He fails to mention that at like him getting
Damn.
nated
Bro,
mattered.
AW
Nah,
champs,
bro.
AW champs was such a big what if for me in like my career. It's actually depressing thinking
Yeah,
about
if
it.
you just would have agreed to GAs, we would have smoked Team Revenge.
Like I could have either in another universe. There's a potential I have a second ring in that game in AW. Like
I
running a
I-
sub.
I know denial.
Wait,
was-
you guys said
Man,
you're
I
gonna
should
be-
have
Wait,
5
wait,
rings
you
too.
guys said you
Let's
were gonna
fucking
be-
end this
You
thing,
think you're
man.
gonna beat denial or
Oh,
TR
we
boys?
could've-
wait,
could've
wait.
beat-
I
we
will
could've
tell
beat
you this,
Denial.
Ben. I will tell you this, Ben. We
were a good
like
team.
hardcore counter denial because they ran I think 6 stun grenades. JCap fucking loser ass
Dang.
blowing up stun grenades in the air. But when we played them, we didn't run blast suppressor. We ran hardwired, which did not like. We were like, fuck it, let's let them see us on the mini map, just so we couldn't get stunned, and we countered them in scrims all the time.
Just running a death
So-
ball with hardwired and just
Yeah.
chow.
I actually think we would have had a
I don't know.
a
I-
way better
I
chance
just
against
think
them.
Wait, did
I just
Hardline?
think the
That was
tough
like
thing
Tac Mask, right?
It was hardwired.
Yes.
Hardwired or whatever.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
the
in the
tough thing,
blast
Pat,
suppressor.
Yeah.
perk.
I
is like
forgot
the
about
biggest weight on their shoulders that event is like beating OpTic because they had like lost him in the finals like
Yeah,
two
but
straight events before.
yeah, but they
finally beat 'em, and
OpTic,
they were
but
sort of
we
like a
world
Cloud9.
starred OpTic. Like
I mean,
it was a
oh,
25-minute
bro,
series.
you 10-0'd them in like 2
Lord.
minutes. And
Yes, we
Yeah.
fucking
well,
Uplink game out.
Lord.
If the tournament ended on Saturday, we won the event.
Yeah.
Like we had
didn't
like
lose
the
a map.
we didn't lose a
15-0.
map. Yeah, we didn't lose a map on Saturday. We were
I
looking
mean-
really good, but TR we just never played them. They cheese.
I think we
No,
had
man,
Clay
you
in
didn't
here. I
agree
think
to
You
he
always
should
GAs,
hovering in
debate
the
this
sky with a
one.
Kimbo LMG.
Yeah, I mean, like you know how it is.
Naga had an IMR on that Riot S&D, bro. It was just
Oh, yeah.
bouncing
Listen,
up and down,
TR
putting
had
bursts down.
glitches on the top of the map, bro. at
That's
that
because they
fucking
had
event.
fucking Aqua, bro. Motherfucker.
They were
Aqua
absolutely
was-
cheating.
Nagafin and these
Aqua was
motherfuckers.
gross, bro. Aqua was so good at that game.
They used to do the weirdest shit all the time. They were the only team that was like, bro, they're always doing such weird shit. Like, just the weirdest spots,
It
weirdest
was just
angles.
annoying to play, bro.
Yeah, annoying, bro. Fucking annoying. But listen, we'll end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, man. More of a more relaxed off-season episode. Obviously, COD's been a little iffy. But beta's coming out soon, so we'll probably be back with another one soon. Ben, you want to hit a fucking puff for us before we head out, or
Yeah.
what? They're calling
I
me.
got you, I
Ben,
got
Ben,
you.
I think you're 0 for 3 the last couple episodes. So
Is
I'm
he
gonna
0
need you to
for
watch the
3?
fucking.
Yeah.
Nah, he's been missing.
But
Like,
if,
I
you,
remember.
if you've been watching my streams, my
He's
golf
been
streams, though,
missing.
I've been making some good ass fucking putts lately.
All
So
right.
But did
All
you
right, I
see
mean,
that?
we'll see. Hey,
Did y'all
don't.
see that Twitter's monthly active users at an all-time high of 550 million?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
550 million.
Yeah, all-time
Yeah, that's
high.
like half of the
Nah.
that's half of the world's population.
That
Right.
ass.
Jesus
insane.
Christ, you can't even see the bottom
Holy
of the fucking.
shit, Ben.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to drag it down, but okay, you gotta move your camera. Look,
see them
he's
fucking
moving it up.
dogs,
He's
Ben.
moving it up. Look, you gotta move your camera, Ben. Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, no,
Lower,
I don't
lower.
Like this. I don't know if I'm on board with the Ben putt.
Lower.
We get a poll in
Does
chat.
he,
Any
does he
mods?
have the dogs out, Sam? Does he got the dogs out?
He does.
He's
he has the
always-
dogs
he's
out.
always got
He's
the dogs out.
bro.
Ah, Jesus fucking Christ.
Any polls, bro? What are your mods doing?
Why doesn't he wear socks?
Why did
Ladies
he
and
put the
gentlemen,
ball
Ben
so far
Nassim
up on the
steps up to the
mat?
plate, puts the ball so far up the mat
I
yet
don't
again.
know,
The
dude.
dog's
Chad, I think
out,
he
no
misses
Why doesn't he
slippers,
do it on the
no
back?
socks,
Chad,
no
I think he
nothing.
misses.
And he misses. Okay, sit
Yep.
down. Sit down
Yep.
now. We gotta talk.
Yep.
We gotta
called
talk.
I called. I could tell.
Oh, he's going in for a round 2, ladies and gentlemen. He's stepping up to the plate. The dog's out.
Ben, what happened?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Oh,
He's got
man.
he's making us look at his fucking dogs and he's
Oh,
missing
he's
putts.
going, please.
And this guy thought he was gonna beat
Strike
me at
3 and
putt-putt?
you're out.
This guy thought he was gonna beat me at putt-putt. He's
Nah,
crazy.
man, this is fucking
I'm getting the bad.
unbelievable.
I'm getting the bad putts out before I go off tomorrow. So
Bro,
Lord,
that
Ben.
was bad, bro.
no, those were 2 terrible putts. Honestly, once
It's all
I
good,
was
bro.
like,
You'll be back, Ben. You'll be back, man. Listen, it's not about how hard you can hit. You know what I'm saying, Ben? You know the
Yeah.
rest. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, man. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Go to anchor.fm/flank. Check out all the audio sites we're on. Go follow at the flank on Twitter. Kurt's doing a phenomenal job running socials. And as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, brush your hair, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy, guys. Good night, man.
W episode.
Thank you.
dude.
www.